I've never heard it just be that silent to start.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Oh, I think we were all just waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were waiting for the
let's
punchline that never
let's just
came.
keep going.
Alright. So, as of last time...
I forgot to push to talk. Fuck. I screamed it so loud, my mother was like, Sky, shut the fuck up.
Fucking yeet.
With that, I think that's the best place to start.
Yeet.
Yup.
Last time, we had our trial by combat. We fought and defeated Libra and his two chosen Vati, his sons. We're given a place to stay the night before, and had some interesting things happen, mostly around the Heroes' Feast that Xenia put on for us. Because Xenia managed to randomly invite Coralon.
Yep.
Who came in as a gust of wind, took a portion, and was gone again. Didn't stick around for conversation or anything like that. Probably for
I
the
didn't
best.
invite Coralon. I invited a god, and it just ended up being Coralon.
That's why it
Yeah.
was randomly.
Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yep. Some interesting things come up about memories, past lives, things like that. Fervis made a flying potion.
Yep.
That I misunderstood, but that's okay. Esther contacted Thoth. Asked information about Libra. And, yep, we reached the combat arena. The winds were fun, but there was a nice dispel magic to get rid of a certain disadvantage that we were given, and we succeeded. But we were real close, apparently, to a bonus Easter egg fight level, where if Libra had survived, what was it,
Final
two more, like, player turns or something?
It was one more initiative count.
One more initiative count, he would have gone into the final form.
Yep.
Anime
It
boss
was
fight.
literally, I remember, it was literally if Rosalind didn't go before Libra.
Or if Rosalind didn't manage to kill Libra on that turn, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kill, in quotes.
Kill. Yeah.
Oh yeah, finish.
Yeah.
Defeat.
Force a surrender. And then, at the end, Ash just spots a purple eye floating and watching. It's not arcane eye. Most divination magic can't reach here. It's intangible. And we find out, confirmed by talking to it, that Ophiuchus has been watching us, and Libra transports us back to Anther. At which point, Samser hands us a scroll that says, "You cannot escape my gaze now." So, that's
Great.
where we are. Freshly back from a fight in the plane of air. And, yeah.
Mind you, at least this time when we teleported back to Anther, we didn't end up in a tiefling bathhouse.
Yeah, that was Lentia.
Yep. To be fair.
Close enough.
And to be fair, the
Close enough.
tieflings were chill.
They were.
A little
guess.
confused, but you know.
They were like, what the fuck? We're just here to be nude.
So, as Samster finishes handing you guys the note and says, "So, how'd it go?" I kind of like notice like the looks on all of your faces, like, so not great.
How did you
No,
know
the first part, well, this, not so much. Yes,
How did you get this?
Oh, it was just some messenger sent it to me across the mail system.
What did they look like? Do you know at all?
So the magical mail system in this is basically a series of minor teleportation circles, basically,
It's
that send like notes.
T-mail.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
I think the concerning part is he knew exactly where we'd be.
Libra probably told him where we were getting dropped off.
Or he was watching us,
It
as
was-
it says
how-
in the letter.
One moment. Samsir, how long ago did you get this note?
Couple hours.
A couple of hours.
Huh.
That
Lucky guess?
is interesting.
Well, I think that he may know at this point we've stopped by a lot, so maybe there's the thought of, oh, that's prime location, or
Or he knows
Yeah.
who he's a
Samster kind of like
Scooby.
waves their
Rosalind
hands, like,
looks up
"Hi,
at the castle.
high level wizard here. What is going on?
Hi.
Who is following you guys?"
A very, very, very powerful figure of the 13th.
Also, Rosalind, there's no mail in the castle.
No, I mean, it would not be hard to guess that our ties to the castle and the castle floating here
Oh, right.
and being
Conrad,
here
what
for the
day?
past day.
So, Sky?
What day is it in terms of when we last left?
It's been a day.
Okay. Is time weird?
What do you mean?
Like,
In general? Yes!
no, like, is
Time's
time
weird.
different on certain planes?
Only Feywild usually.
Roll me a intelligence check. Ash, you can roll me a wisdom check. Ash, obviously, with advantage, because planes.
Alright.
Conrad, you pulling some fuckery.
Fucking knew it.
What
Fucking
kind of fuckery is this?
You guys both know from experience that the astral plane specifically has a bit fucky with time. Time typically
dilation.
doesn't pass on the astral plane.
I knew it. I knew it. This bitch.
The Feywild's got some weird shit. The celestial planes can sometimes have some weird shit. Some say the Shadowfell does, but it's not really certain. And some say that Limbo, or the Realm of Chaos, can mess with your perception.
Time doesn't really exist in the astral. And likely, considering his approximate species, he's most likely residing in the astral. Which kind of makes sense as to why everything is sort of past, present, and future in the same consistent moment.
Samshu just kind of shrugs like, well, that sounds like one of your guys' standard issues. So, what's going on? Any issues you have to be worried about? Anything you need me to do?
Well, you worked with the old archdruid once, yes?
For a while, yeah.
For a little while. Do you know how we can get in contact with the surviving archdruids? We can get in contact with one easily. Perhaps more, but
I mean, like, which ones?
the surviving ones, all of them.
Every single one.
Oh, I mean, it would take me a bit of time, but I could... I mean, I can use the mail system pretty quickly, but if you want, like, an audience with them, it's not unheard of.
We may have another avenue. We can get in contact with the general at the very least. But
I mean,
I wouldn't want to add to your how busy you are, but
I was gonna say, I'm surprised you're just out and about.
I do need to eat every once in a while, unfortunately. But, so, like, are you guys willing to welcome onto the island, or what? Like, I can get them brought up there.
not right this moment, but within we have to decide a time. A week, a fortnight?
How about I'll talk to Issa whenever I can get one, contact?
Very well. I'll start
Just,
getting in touch with some people as well. To that end, I'm going to go to the mail system. I have a letter to write.
sure, you know where it is, I assume.
Of course. If anybody would like to come with me, they're welcome. If there's anything else you'd like to do in Anther, I won't be long.
It just starts walking behind Rosalind.
I think I'm gonna go up to the castle. Anybody
Yeah.
like to join?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
start
have some
heading up.
potions to work on, so I'll head up to the castle.
I will also remind you guys have also contacted one other archdruid before. It's the right-hand man of the Goblinoid army.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
True.
I didn't realize there was one in there. I thought it was just the glimmer at the head of it.
I forgot
There's
about that.
a glimmer, there's an enlightened, and there's an archdruid.
Interesting. Okay, forgot.
I'm not sure if all three are still alive, but the archdruid at least is.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck.
Well, our main point of contact for that is really Caius, but that's okay. I'm gonna start with one archdruid.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna
Oof.
do it a little indirectly. And I'm not using the mail system for that one. Unless I draft, like, a formal letter to go along with the informal, first of all, feign to Prince Ronir and his sister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta contact them.
Mhm.
Shit.
Because that's a lot faster.
So, you're
Uh,
stepping away to write your letter?
Yep.
Okay. Everyone else, it's like an hour past noon. You all are free to do as you so desire.
Go back up to the castle, make another potion of wondrous haste potion just to add on to the hours, and then start working more on those that catnap potion order.
Sure. So, you can be brought up by Rosé. Is anyone else joining him?
Yeah.
Yep, Xenia's gonna go up and just get a check on Remy Mahmood and,
Before you go,
mhm.
okay. I have to ask. I know in the past you've made projectiles.
Yes.
I have this, and Esther holds out her wrist, and the crossbow is attached. And do you think you could make bolts the size for this, but with sort of the same effects that you've made before?
Probably. A couple things I don't really have the materials for right now, but other things I could probably get some stuff from Rosalind's squad. But if you want flashbang, there's a difference between Fervus and mine.
No, I know. I know that you can make things. I've seen you make things before, and I would really like to use them, if you would allow me.
Sorry, misspoke earlier. The glimmer of the Galtanoids is alive. The Archdruid is dead.
Okay. Well,
No,
Good to
sorry.
know.
one off the list.
Fuck, read the wrong a third time.
Okay.
Sorry, read the wrong a third time. So just check one more time before I say anything.
It's only the most important bit.
Yep, hold on. Okay, yes. Archdruid is dead, Enlightened and Glimmer is alive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I remember the Glimmer is the Warlord.
Yep. Sorry, I always forget that the Archdruids, for whatever reason, my list of powerful things are the third. Not the worst. Not the first.
That would have been interesting.
Good to know.
Another one fights the dust.
Yeah. That's when the ones in the desert all die.
Yeah.
You're not wrong!
My biggest concern is when you said when.
Yeah, and I know you, Conrad.
When they all die, everything goes to shit. Anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, Xenia can do some stuff. I know Xenia has 2 recipes for bolts. One of them she doesn't have the current materials, but could probably get Rosalind's squad or Fervus, but Rosalind's squad to help out with it.
Out of curiosity, were those materials dumped out of a bag?
Don't ask him. See if we can make
Recently?
time.
Dumped out of a what?
Into a pool of water directly in front of Scorpio?
No, it's I can get
Gotcha.
those with Rosalind's squad. It's what I'm talking about is the blood boil bolts because I use stuff from dragons and we haven't and I
Okay. I was just wondering if you were just like, oh yeah, I'm all out of potassium because I exploded Scorpio.
No,
Exploded
Conrad
video.
said when I first got it that I could get refills from Rosalind's squad, but probably not at that caliber anymore.
Mm.
You used a pretty good chunk of your allowance there, but
Yeah. But if I needed it for like crafting and stuff like that, I could probably get a good
Yeah.
like an amount.
But they're probably gonna be like a bit
pressed. Really.
Cost-
Squad.
they're gonna be a bit apprehensive if you go like, hey, I need another giant bag of it.
No,
Apprehensive.
Xenia's never gonna ask for a giant bag of it unless it's like desperate. I am looking for the thing where I wrote my. Because I have the old recipes for it, and do I not anymore? No, there's the blood boil bolt coatings which I made with black dragon stuff and salamander skin and the fluid from a brass dragon's lip.
Yep.
They're very nice materials. We don't have any more brass dragon liver. We only had one.
We gotta go kill that other dragon and use.
If it's fire-based, then Xenia would say like they could use it for blood boiling, because Ashta has both those bolts and hasn't used them yet. No, Ashta has one of them and hasn't used it yet.
Yep.
But yeah, Xenia's completely down for doing that stuff.
I know this might sound odd, and just hear me out.
Yeah.
Certain elementals contain certain properties.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah.
Myself being a Genasi,
Mhm.
I contain some inherent properties.
Yeah, it's called your element stuff.
Do you think it's possible to harvest some of those?
No, I'm not doing that.
No, not like that, but to infuse magic from me into
You would
a book.
know. You would know that any enchanting with a natural ability to your race, you actually have bonuses to the check with, and you don't
That's hot.
require materials.
That's more enchanting than what I do usually with my bolt. So we could enchant stuff. I know we can enchant like 20 things at a time. Usually.
Worth a shot.
It is, and that wrist crossbow is really cool.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
figured it was a good steal.
That's fair, and I haven't really been using my bow because I've been using a lot of magic and sword. But yeah, if we just want to sit down and bounce ideas one day, totally. But
Sounds
yeah,
good.
I need to go see a person who went blind.
Actually, I also wanted to ask you about that. Remy,
Uh-huh.
no, Remy's husband specifically.
Yeah.
He came back, right?
Yeah.
I need to speak
Yeah,
with
it's sort
him.
of what resurrection is. He came back like 2 days ago.
All the better. I need to speak to him when his memories are still there.
I don't think that's a good idea. I feel like you just traumatize him. And, like, he's been dead for a month.
I know what it's like to be dead, Xenia.
I know, but he was dead for a month. And you took a while to talk about it. You took a while to say all the stuff you did. So, why break off a scab like that? Like 2 days after you brought that.
I just need to know what he remembers.
Okay, you can ask him. Just don't say I didn't warn you, just in case. I'll be
That's
there for
fine.
mental help.
It's fine.
Okay, and Xenia starts
I need-
turning towards that stuff.
Esther's gonna follow.
Wind your way over to Remy's room. You find Remy being basically taught Braille by Garil inside.
Oh, hey!
They kind of look up, and Remy kind of looks to the left of your direction by accident. Hey, Xenia?
Yeah. The one, the only.
Well,
Except when there were 4 of me.
how can I,
The worst thing you could introduce yourself with.
Fuck! She's known me the longest out of anyone on this fucking castle.
The individable Xenia at your service.
the forever constant Xenia.
Xenia the Indivisible.
You know, it's kind of like inflammable and flammable technically means the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's me.
Remy kind of glances your direction as much as she can. Says, hey there, Garil here is just helping me figure things out.
Yeah, all good. Just checking how everything is. How are you, Tasha and Bermuda? Esther wants to. Yeah.
Tasha is being cared for by Mahmoud right now, and you see, kind of in the corner of the room, Mahmoud is just very quietly resting inside of what looks to be a crib, basically, and trying to rock Tasha to sleep.
And then he gives like a tiny little wave.
He nods at you back. As a note, he still has his vision.
Yeah.
He's just been through a lot, and he kind of nods to you. He seems much more alive, no pun intended. Like, he's much more animated
Mm-hmm.
than when you last saw him. You could see the beginnings of the withdrawal effects being dead wearing off.
That's good. That's good. Yep, just coming to do some like basic medical check. God, making fun of John's made it really hard to lower my voice.
Yep. And Gabriel kind of just nods to you and says, "Oh, I've been keeping an eye on him just to be safe.
Okay.
I did a couple tests with Ray here. Fuck.
Nope.
Remy.
At-
Sorry, my brain went R, and I forgot all the other names started with R. Remy kind of smiles and says, "It seems it's not a simple blindness, but a curse. So healing magic isn't going to do anything, and I feel what removing the curse would do to me.
That's fair. Alright. Cool. It's just like very poorly hiding a look on their face, but Remy can't see.
Yeah,
so
Remy,
it
Remy doesn't notice.
Really matter.
She kind of smiles and says, "Are you just come here to say hello? I can try to make tea if you'd like."
No. I can make tea and all that.
No, I
Actually,
need to practice.
okay. You make tea. I'll go get stuff from the kitchen and maybe I can do some baking. If everyone's alright with that.
Sure. Yeah, I think we have a little fire pit in the corner that you can use. And she kind of like walks over. You see her like still using the walls and the furniture to guide herself, but she's moving with some vague confidence.
Okay. Xenia's just gonna run to the kitchen and grab the stuff to make the peach squares. Because I know I picked up stuff.
You do so, and while you're out, Remy starts to check the fire, like starts to stoke it herself. With Garil kind of just watching at a distance, and she eventually cocks her head and says, "Sorry, did someone come in with Xenia?"
Hi.
Oh, Esther, I didn't hear you. Sorry. How can I help you?
I need to speak with your husband, actually.
Sure. Let me just take care of the fire, and I'll take over Tasha for now. Sit down. I'm sure there's a seat somewhere.
She's just gonna kind of sit down on the floor.
And she begins making tea, kind of over that little fire she stokes. Very quickly brings it together. The motions are practiced, and she sets the pot of water to boil. And as she kind of walks over to where Mahmoud is, she almost like stumbles over your legs. Says, "Oh, sorry, didn't expect you to be on the floor."
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I gotta get used to things. She has this almost like nervous energy to her right now,
Are,
and she
are
walks
you
over
okay?
to, yeah, just adjusting. Strange feeling. She gives you like a smile and close to your direction, and is going to walk over to Mode and take Tasha and begin rocking her as Mode kind of gets up from the seat, stretches a bit, kind of rests on the floor in front of you, nods to you and says, "I'm not sure we've met. Mahmoud, I take it you're Esther?
I am, yes.
Garil has spoken much about you."
Esther gives Garil a confused look.
He gives you a smile.
I need to ask you a couple of questions, if you're okay.
Sure, of course. If Garil's anything to judge by, I assume you're much of a scholar.
Esther's trying very hard not to laugh at that. She's stolen library books.
He said scholar, not lawful.
I know, just give me a
Not waffle, just a
caught me
skull.
off guard. Esther's gonna give Garil another very amused look.
He's like covering his mouth with his hand and looking away.
Esther's gonna take a breath.
Also, chaotic scholar just seems to be your default type of play character, by the way.
Dude, it is! I'm trying to embrace it more with Mercury, I'll be honest with you.
Jesus.
The chaotic part of the scholar part.
Both.
Consistently feral.
Fucking sorry.
That's okay.
John's comment, fuck, sorry.
Sorry.
No,
That's
it's
okay.
Ignore the peanut
You're fine.
gallery. I'll mute.
Oh, no, the peanut gallery is great. That's what we have in
Please
here.
keep the peanut gallery on!
Fine.
That's why I use chat.
You
Yeah.
came back. Yes, Xenia revived you.
Yes.
And I apologize if it is a sensitive subject for you, but
That's okay.
And
Garil's
yeah.
already raked me over the coals, as it were.
Esther has to resist sending another look of you stole my fucking questions!
He just smiles and says, "At the very least, it's nice to see another Genasi around here."
If anything, I believe we have more in common than you think. I was also revived. I died. I spent time in the astral plane.
Is it about Genasi who die, who seem to have a falling for the infernal and angelic types.
I don't know.
Maybe it's some whole afterlife connection. Who knows?
Or a falling for what's the word? Fucking people who throw themselves in front of buses for other people. What is that?
Fools?
Plus,
That works.
pluses don't exist in this continuity. Yeah.
Carriages, bro.
Horses.
Horses.
Comes from omnibus.
Purple worms.
Comes from omnibus, which means everybody. It's just a big ol' carriage that carries lots of people through a city. I'm sure they existed in Peduncle in some form.
Jesus.
Probably.
Probably.
I love that you know that. I love that. I didn't know that.
Oh, Ariel is resident linguist. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that. That is so fucking cool. Sorry.
That's okay. This was never a stable conversation. It's okay.
No.
I
Consistently feral again.
I would like to know what you remember from the beginning, if that helps. I know time there is odd.
Strange. Oh, for me, it felt like, I couldn't give it a precise number, but close to 300 years, 400 years. The first few took a long time for me to accept what happened. And eventually I started, working. I drifted. I started on the astral plane. Well, at least I think I did. That's probably why time felt so long, but briefly I was a piece of someone's weapon. The souls there, they can sometimes tether themselves to spiritually stable objects. And I think one just caught me up in the flow. That was a piece of the sword for a while. I slayed. I got to see the material plane a couple times as I visited here, alongside the person who wielded it. And then when they came back, I seemed to have disconnected. After a few passes of me passing between blades, just drifting into the ocean.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but
It's alright.
you said you were on the material and then they came back. What do
Yes, the wielder of the weapon. They step on the material, step off. From what I could gather, my thoughts were scattered for a long time. Because time doesn't pass there. To age, to leave childhood, you have to go to another plane.
Do you mean they were in the astral? They were in the astral, they came to the material to grow, they went back to the astral. Is that what you're...
I assume. If it wasn't the material, I'm not sure where it was, and if it wasn't the astral, I'm not sure where it was. But from Gabriel's assistance, it seems to be that's where I was.
It sounds like the gift.
Possibly. I couldn't say. I couldn't see them much, just hear. Kind of sense my surroundings. I couldn't tell the features of the humanoids who carried me. Almost like an echolocation, kind of. But one time when I crossed over, they didn't go to the material plane. And I disconnected, and I was on the plane of Earth for a while. It was better there. Felt not sure, more whole. Like my soul wasn't everything that I was, like it was trying to call back to my body, like I was gathering my pieces again.
I understand that.
Very briefly, I think I was an elemental. At least partially. Or maybe part of my awareness was bound to one. I couldn't tell you. But it was... Well, that's where I spent the rest of my time past. At least the time it passes on these planes. As for the one who was traveling back and forth, they didn't stay more than a day or two each time they traveled, so... During the time I was dead, it seems to have been mostly on the plane of Earth, from your perspective, and mostly on the astral plane from mine.
Alright. While you were in the astral, did you see any sort of constructs? Any sort of ship? Any sort of...
Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a vessel of some kind, or if it was just land. I couldn't quite tell the difference. I just sensed that there was land beneath me. Whether that's from a ship or from a piece of stone or what, I just know it was different than the sea itself.
Well, you weren't a scion, she wouldn't come for you, I suppose.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'm gonna assume that's a scholarly observation.
No, uh, when I was... when I was dead, and I floated in the astral sea, somebody came for me. Uh, Someone of feminine voice on a pirate ship, or at least some sort of construct of that type. I was born a scion, but I came back different. She, I assume it was a she, took what I had. I don't know if I was given back magic, if I took it back, if it came back, I don't know. I don't know if she gave it back to me in a different form. All I know is that it was taken away.
He just places his hands on yours and says, "I'm sorry we had to go through that. I can't imagine what having something so important stripped from you would feel like."
I've lived through an experience like that once before.
Guriel told
It,
me you were a matron, though, not a scion.
I was a matron, not a mystic or any of the sort, and that confused me, it confused everybody. It was odd. Every person, every humanoid born with psionic abilities, though rare, yes, generally goes into you know the class, the specific one, but I
It's been a
wasn't.
while since I was there, but yeah,
A mystic, I believe is what they're called,
I'm
from
doing
what
my
I
best to
can get.
translate.
But I don't know. I suppose it makes sense now, but it, it, I don't think it hurt as much as it did. It was easier to readjust. I'd already lost a very important part of me before I left, so it wasn't so hard to lose another.
Takes tightens around your hand and just either way, you have as much sympathy and I suppose direct empathy as I can muster for you. It's the other side is scary. How long did it feel for you?
How long did it feel for me?
A day at most.
Not
You
long.
were there and you were ripped back.
I wasn't dead very long. I was there. It maybe felt like a day, maybe two. I just remember being there, staring at stars, and then being wrenched back and everything hurting. I still have the scar actually, and she'll kind of lift up her shirt just a little bit just to show like her navel and the circular, almost warped skin is there in the shape of the warhammer where it hit her.
He actually presses his fingertips to it. There's like a tingling sensation from his very rough hands, but it's like electricity going through your skin. You just kind of touch it, just like, I don't have any scars for mine, it seems. Uh, my body was patched up before my soul was brought back, so.
I think I don't know certain ways healing magic works. I know at least for me, when something significant happens, it leaves a mark. Uh, sure, when magic occurs, it seals up just fine, but and she'll kind of point to the scar on her throat that's marked in one of the soldar. It stays. I don't know why.
Well, I don't have any such marks, but I suppose it's alright. Keeps the handsome visage alive, no?
Very much so. Remy will be able to see it again.
Maybe someday. but for now, lucky I'm quite as textured as I am. And you know, just from experience, Esther, that a lot of Earth Genasi have some kind of texture to their skin, whether it's stone or gravel. Some feel like they have gravel beneath their skin that's always shifting when you touch them. Others feel like a slight bit of dust coming off. Others have like just bumpy rock skin. It's a pretty common trend.
Yeah, a few of her siblings have it actually. One has like almost crystal patches on her.
Most have at least some kind.
Garnet has crystal patches, and then Cole has like these weird ashy. I
As
love
he's
their
kind of-
names. You will never insult me on their
I'm intentionally just leaving it alone there. You hear from the side that Tasha begins crying, and Remy starts to just sigh and says, "I'm sorry, I'm not sure what she needs. Mahmood, could you?" And he kind of says, "Yeah, reach her over here." And as she goes to like find Mahmood from his voice, she actually like basically grabs your face by accident, Esther, and like runs a finger along your solar and says, "Oh, here you go," and hands Tasha to you instead. And Mahmood goes, "Over here, dear."
It's okay.
She says, "Oh," and she like runs her finger like directly along your solar. Like, oh, same texture. It's weird. And hands it to Mahmood instead.
I don't mind. I think I can tell what's wrong if you don't.
No, that's okay. Mahmood kind of smiles and says, "I haven't. Anytime I get to hold her, I consider a blessing."
Trust me, you should. You
He
really
smiles.
should.
Norman kind of takes a seat on the kind of bed behind where his back is resting, and he takes one arm holding Tasha and the other wraps it around Remy's waist. And he just nods and says, "I'm very thankful, don't worry, and I thank you as well for helping Esther along, helping Xenia along, and getting them to be as strong as they are. From what I hear, they couldn't have done it without you."
I'm not that much help, I'm afraid.
Alright, what is it they call you now? Phoenix Skin?
Huh. That's a new title. That was an accident. I didn't want that. I only offered to help, but apparently that's what you get for trying to help.
It's alright then.
Speaking of, where's Jade?
Kirill just kind of smiles and says, "Oh, she's just asleep in the room. She seemed kind of tired recently."
I'm going to go find her.
Sure. You kind of bump into Xenia as you head out the door.
Oh, hey. All good?
Everything's fine.
No trauma?
None at all. I think you underestimate what it's like to be there. Overestimate, I believe. It's
Esther,
it's not as bad as it's made out to be.
death?
Yeah,
I know, I've done it multiple times. I'm an elf.
but not in this lifetime, you haven't.
Do you want to try it out? Wait, no, I'm the one that brings people back.
No. No.
Oh my god.
You're
Kirill
not
just
going-
sighs and just
For
like,
real.
"I could bring you back, but we're not doing the kind of research today."
No, nobody is dying today. Xenia,
That's
go
what I'm
make-
saying!
Today.
Okay, but listen, with you and your experiments, and depending on whether you're sleep deprived or not, I do not trust what you are saying. So Xenia,
I don't
go make
sleep.
your things.
I'm gonna bake. Goril,
Yeah.
we need to talk about this later.
You hear from inside Xenia. Xenia, you hear from Remy. It says, "Xenia!
Oh no.
Enough of that, please. I've had enough dead people who I'm affectionate towards. Can you please get in here and just make that damn bread? Or whatever the hell you have those
peach
ingredients are in your
square-
hand.
It's peach squares, you.
Please make the peach squares, because the ingredients smell delicious, and I am very hungry.
I am
Stop talking
aware.
about dying."
No!
And she stands up, like gestures towards you, like, "You really want to test me right now?"
Yeah.
I mean,
She rushes you.
Oh, it's hard to hit what you can't see.
She is going to basically, like, try to grapple you.
Okay. Okay, babe.
I really
Uh-oh.
want her to succeed in this.
Does a roll versus a grapple check of 18.
Okay. Fuck.
She just, like, grabs you around the waist and bonus action restrains you.
Well,
Well, there you go.
sorry. It's like I'm baking now.
You didn't drop the ingredients, did you?
No,
Okay, good.
I hope.
But, hand the ingredients test really fast.
Dean's gonna. I don't trust you, Remy.
Senior, it's either you hand them to Esther or I spill them.
Okay.
It's gonna
Again,
take the ingredients really fast.
And she just suplexes you into the ground,
Yeah.
Senior.
Well,
How far away am I from the fire?
Far enough away that's not a problem.
Oof. Okay. I see how it is. So you're just
And
gonna
then she
mouth
tries to
Gorilla.
stand back up and kind of, like, stumbles her way back to her feet.
Then you will help
Says-
her up by mouthing to Gorilla. We'll talk about this later.
Gorilla just, like, shakes his head and just mouths back, no, we won't.
Yeah, we will. Dinya has that like look in their eye when they get an idea for stuff.
You feel Remy grab you by the back of the skull.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
And just, I can feel your hair shifting as you move your head.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want tea or not?
No, I want peach squares, so I'm gonna make them.
Alright.
Your boobs are on the nose.
She startles as your hand touches her nose. She wasn't
Oh,
expecting it.
sorry. Sorry, forgot.
I just threw you into the ground, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw you into the ground.
Couldn't if you tried. And she lets-
Oh! You wanna just...
Oh dear.
Okay, I'm making peach squares, I'm calming
Yeah.
down. I'm calming
Yeah.
down, I'm making peach squares!
Take your ingredients and make your peach squares. Remy, please make your tea. I'm going to go look after my daughter because I don't like her being left alone.
She's not alone. You hear from Gorilla, I just left her to sleep. He says, in the same room with, Ian Ben.
Okay, as long as I just...
I still say you go see her. She's been lethargic since you left.
Oh, I'm going to. And Esther will... Are you going to stay here and help?
I'll keep an eye for a bit longer. Remy, once you're done tea, I want to finish off the rest of the alphabet. And Remy just kind of nods.
Esther will give a kiss on the top of his head and go to look after her.
You head by, and you do see, Jade's not bad. She's just asleep, and Disa kind of mentions, like, yeah, she's been sleeping more since you left. Nothing huge about it, just, I don't know. I couldn't feel nothing wrong, neither could Griel, so I don't think she's sick or anything, maybe just tired.
Esther's gonna pick her up and just kind of, I guess, give a scan over with Mom.
Go ahead and make a mom check, and also an arcana check. The mom check will set the DC for the arcana check. Yeah, you're good.
The
Since
fuck?
when does mom check wisdom?
I think it's
For,
always
like-
been.
It's always been that.
Oh, okay. It makes sense, I just thought it was intelligence the whole time. See, the only reason your fans say no is because, like, 4 gods technically have a claim on your soul.
Yeah, I know. But then,
You're not
but my soul has a claim on everyone in the party, so who's really gonna win?
And also,
Yes, but if you reincarnate into a child who's meant to protect them later on, that's a problem.
just don't fucking die!
Mm-hmm.
Zunia in the modern is gonna be Orzur right now. At
Christ.
least his soul.
Let's just cross that off the list.
But with that arcana check, there's nothing directly wrong with her, but you kind of feel like a weird sense in the weave around her.
I was just gonna ask her Fane if they've ever felt anything like that in any host they've
It'll be easier to look back when you're sleeping, but we can give a brief check back now. Just mark off Fane Point for ancestral memories.
Yeah.
They kind of look back to this. Nothing in past lives, but in yours, briefly. Hold on, we're trying to pull up the memory now. We only have the sense. Oh, it's recent.
Oh no.
Here's where you last felt something similar, and you are shown back into the room with Libra when you first saw the eyes.
No! Shit! I knew what this was gonna be, motherfucker! Stay away from my kid!
I say it wasn't the same thing, but distortions in the weave are strange, and since the portals have been fixed, this is the closest thing to it. When teleporting was bad, it was kind of an omnipresent thing, but this is the most recent time you felt something similar.
Okay. Well, that just confirms what I'm going to do anyways. Alright, I've had this plan for like a week. Esther's gonna sit down, she's gonna meditate, and she's going to try to call out to the Lord of the Mind.
Okay? Before we get to that, Rosalind,
Mm-hmm.
you're sending a letter, yes?
Before that, she's doing Feign.
Okay, to whom?
Orizer.
Okay.
And it's just going to be a really basic, here's what happened, here's the negotiation, here's the results. We need help. Would you be willing?
With the most energy you've ever heard from Orizer, he goes, "Oh shit, are you serious? They're going to do some sort of beginning peace talks?"
As far as I can tell, the intent seems to be there.
Yeah, no, hold on, I'll get in contact. How many of the glimmers do you want? Who do you want? I can get any of the glimmers you need.
Honestly, we're not sure. We're certain of you. We are very uncertain of the diviner for largely personal reasons.
She's going to be there whether you like it or not. I just recommend you just invite her and get out of the way.
Well then, in that case, we need all of the living archdruids.
Okay, I can work on the ones... Yeah, I can do the Archdruids, but I'm telling you right now, the Rebellion is not gonna like this if you just bring the Archdruids.
Very well. I suppose we should try to get in contact with their... Oh dear, their leader is still incarcerated.
Well, not anymore.
He escaped?
Yeah, explosively. A
Mm.
lot of
Fireball.
that part of the city got mildly exploded in his escape attempt. The Diviner's not happy.
We are going to have a great deal of trouble if we cannot have a peace talk with the Zodiacs, and it just turns into an argument amongst ourselves. That needs
No, that's
to be
fine.
settled.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll... They mostly have glimmers, they're not required, just I'd recommend at least bringing in a representative from them.
Very well. What are your thoughts on the warlord? I am a little uncertain about the idea of bringing a very literal warlord to a peace talk. However, I would not want to do him the, Ariel can't think of word.
Service?
Disservice.
Yeah, that's close enough.
The insult?
Yes, that's closer.
Yeah.
The insult of not inviting him at all.
I think it's at least worth bringing him, considering a lot of his armies got killed by the Zodiacs. If anyone deserves a chance to speak, I'd expect it to be him.
Very well. Then we're going to have to bring him in and make sure he knows that it's on neutral ground, not a place that he controls. He'll have to be alright with that. No
If
one
you
is
want, if you
taking
don't want to bring him
hands
directly,
Well-
the enlightened behind him tends to go to his peace talks more than he does.
Very well. He can send a representative. As long as it is of acceptable rank for the table.
Is Astra hearing this, or is Rosalind just doing it on her own?
It's over
I-
Feign, but you could probably tap and go, hey, request carbon copy.
Okay.
Give me the transcript.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in the time between, because remember, his responses take a while because you're so far away.
Yep.
You could
and
probably get, like, the transcript sent every conversation piece.
Rosalind will kind of turn as she waits for replies, and I let Orizer know, oh, hold on, I'm getting a reply, and just back and forth with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
She'll let Orizer know that she's going to contact the prince and princess as requested and get them involved. However, she does not
Sure.
have that complete list of archdruids.
Hold on, I can get you I can get you a list of who I know to be alive. I can't tell you if any might be dead in the meantime.
No, Asha was also just gonna ask then, like, do you think we could convince Libra to go with some representative of Archdruids?
Mm,
If they're sending a direct representative of themselves,
mm.
rather than them physically being there.
I'm not sure.
Just something to ask then.
We're going to need the Archdruid's successor. I know that this person exists, but we've never met them, I think.
Well, they're also the implied successor, but none with... Isn't there some back and forth on their claim?
I'm actually not certain. I haven't kept up on it, and it's been a while.
Me neither,
Basically,
from last we heard.
last I remember as player was mentioning this, but I don't remember if it was said whether this person was officially an Archdruid or if they were like taking some kind of trials or what for it.
So they are officially an Archdruid,
Mhm.
because they're taking the slot of Archdruid that was killed, like the Shepherd one.
Okay.
They're not successor to the status of like the Archdruid.
Alright.
That was something that It's not like a standard position of office. It's just he's just been around for so damn long. All of the Archdruids will go to him for advice and not question it.
Alright. Regardless, we're gonna need the new Shepherd Archdruid in that case.
Yeah. And if you're saying this to his Orzer, he says he's spearheading the rebuilding of Peduncle. Probably find him there.
Very well. How many of them can I send a formal letter to through the mail system?
Probably not that one. The
Okay.
message system in Peduncle has been down since it fell. You said you already have contact with the general, right, in Citadel?
Yes.
Alright,
Or I will very shortly.
if you talk to, do you know all their names or should I just go by their titles?
Honestly, can you just give me the overall list over the Fane and names, titles, locations, ability to contact, or best way to contact? And just
Sure.
download PDF, okay?
Yeah, basically.
Could you please share with us the note in the Roll20 over Fane?
Yeah, there's a lot, and it's in an Excel file, so it would take me a bit.
Yeah,
But
don't.
the ones you can contact by
Mhm.
message system is Dreams, Swamp, Moon, and Underdark. And maybe you might be able to get away with the Forest one.
Is there a Twilight one?
No, Twilight wasn't out when I made the Archers.
Alright.
Okay.
There's no
which-
Spores one?
Yeah, no, they weren't out yet, so I didn't make it.
I don't know if you threw one on afterwards or anything.
No, when I made them all, I left them as is because there's always going to be new subclasses, so I just left it.
Alright.
That's fair. Okay, so, is the general one of those? I don't remember.
The general you already have contact with,
Yeah, I'm
but you
just
could send him a message too.
I'm just making
um,
sure that you're not, like, doubling up, and the general's also Dreams or something, but I know Dreams
No, he is
says
Mountain.
so, yeah. She's gonna actually, possibly in between things send a couple Fane up to Issa to go, can you get in contact with your, significant other?
Yeah, why?
I need to send an invitation to peace talks to him. As the
Oh,
Archdruid of
yeah,
Dreams.
no, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
I shall throw in also of note if he's spearheading the issue with Peduncle, and peace talks could mean getting the Phoenix out of there.
Interesting point. We're gonna have to talk to Esther about that. I know she has plans for handling that, so I don't want to get in the way of making any promises, so...
I just mean in the way that the peace talks would
Mhm.
aid in that effort, so we can maybe get him on assure the intentions.
I'm still going to check with Esther on that front.
Oh, of
And
course.
she'll just back and forth and do that. So aside from getting the list, she'll ask Orzer if he can get in contact with any kind of on our behalf. She'll send him basically a copy of a form letter.
Yep. He
For
basically
this.
goes like, your best, the one I'm gonna have the most issue with is the desert one and in the archipelagos, on the coast.
Mhm.
It's, oh,
Does
they're,
Ash know where
they're
he is?
strange. You've heard of the coastland Archdruid and where he lives in the archipelagos. The people in the area are fond of him, but he's really lazy.
Hmm.
He doesn't go out helping people like most archdruids do. If someone goes to him and like brings him to help them, he'll help them. But he prefers to kind of spend his days relaxing.
He's very reactive.
Even less than reactive, he's almost complacent.
Okay.
As
I
for the
should
one
know
in
where he is usually.
it's in the archipelagos. There's a very specific village he just lives in.
Alright.
It's the village that kind of got co-opted as the center of the rebellion.
Hmm.
He's almost being kept hostage in a way. There's not so much said in that because they haven't like tried to attack him or anything, but the message is kind of there of like, we will kill him.
Alright.
Otherwise, though, there's the Arctic one on the Shattered Sea. That one you could probably go through Orion to get to.
Mhm.
Yep. Which was the one that Orion was talking to that one time that we impersonated that one time?
The
Arctic.
Okay.
He's the one.
Yep. Yeah, that's the main one. Where else that the forest one is in the patchwork forests.
All right.
They work alongside the illusion glimmer.
Okay, she's gonna, in a bit, actually, that would be best over Dream Spell tonight. She'll save that for Dream Spell tonight. She's gonna get a hold of the Illusion Glimmer and just be like, hey, heads up, if you want to be part of this, we would not say no, but we definitely need the Forest Archdruid, if you can pass this along. But that's for later. Just a heads up, that's gonna happen, even if I don't, even if I forget to mention it.
Also, side note, as they're just walking and like feint talking through Anther, Ash is just keeping an eye out for anything weird.
Give me a perception check.
General Overwatch. Perception.
Technically, it's planar that you're looking for, I assume, so with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Because you're looking for like planar interference, right? Not just like weird people.
He's a bit of both.
Okay. Yeah, do the advantage, and just if the second one applies and it's higher, I'll count it.
Alright.
Yeah, it's lower anyways. It doesn't matter. Looking about, it's hard to say what's weird because Anther is a city in a very weird state. There are people moving constantly everywhere and arguing all over the place. It's not like fight-worthy arguments, but there's a lot of just like loud voices. It's like the biggest constructions that you've ever seen, pretty much at all times. The market's kind of been co-opted and cleared out, as by the time people are finished setting up, half their stock's usually gone because they sold it all already. There's too many people here who don't have roots, and the city is in a vague state of functional but chaos.
It's held together with duct tape.
It's held together by Sam's here.
Sam's here behind
Oh.
duct tape.
Yeah. Looking for stuff that's weird. There's a lot of Genasi here, actually. Peduncle was one of the few places that had a pretty big Genasi population, and those that didn't go all the way to the desert decided to go to Anther. Some went to the swamp lands, but most went to Anther. Yeah, it's... Oh, one other thing you notice that's weird. There's actually a decent number of goblinoids, just as labor around. Mostly hobgoblins and bugbears. But they're actually like a significant number of them. Mostly doing menial tasks, but with ruthless efficiency.
Okay. And no threats, no one following us.
Outside of your usual paranoias, none that you notice.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. But as you guys reach inside and kind of finish your talk with Orzer, because it takes longer to talk with him than it does to get to the mail area.
She's also going to feign Prince Ronier and his sister and basically give, this is the basic information. There will be a message sent to the general to this effect as well. He is also needed for this.
All right.
We do not yet have a date. We are just trying to find out if it's possible right now.
Okay. If you get a message back from Rainier that says, "Hey, yeah, give us a time and we'll be there. No questions asked." We'll talk to the general. Well, I can probably get him to agree within like the night, and I can get you in contact with the one of the Underdark, but they're not going to make any agreements unless you speak to them directly. They're kind of standard negotiator, so they don't like messengers.
Very well. I was planning on sending a letter. And
No, they won't answer those.
If a face-to-face, well then a letter that invites a face-to-face discussion on this potential meeting then.
Send me the letter. If I deliver it, you'll get a better odds with it.
Very well. So,
Welcome to the part in the campaign which all your guys' connections are finally going to come into usefulness, like, all the time.
She's gonna spend some time drafting up that not declaration of intent, but kind of that general thing letter, where it's not an invitation to, hey, there is a peace talk on this day at this place, so much as there is a possibility of a peace talk. It has to be in this place, however this place is mobile, and these are the requirements for it. This is a chance.
If you do not wish to agree to this immediately, please contact us.
Yep. Please RSVP with intent, so we
Yes.
know if we're wasting our time. And yeah, she's gonna send a copy of it to Orzer, and one to Ronier. Actually, 2 to Ronier, 1 to give to the general, and 1 to give to the Underdark.
Cool. And by the way, they agree to be there, no problem. The prince, the princess, they're like, yeah, absolutely, yes, let's go.
Yep, absolutely. And then she'll send the copies to those who have message system, Dream, Swamp Moon, and she's gonna leave the forest out. She is going to save that one for a dream spell to the illusion glimmer, because I know she's done that before. That's how she arranged the pseudo dragon transport.
Yep.
Oh, she's gonna do so many dream spells tonight. Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make them brief.
It's gonna be a busy day.
Yep. And then she's going to write another letter, more personal, and send it to an old pen pal of hers.
Alright. Whatever questions or stuff you want to give me and also details of that pen pal, send it to me as a direct message.
Yep, I've already given you some details and stuff, but...
Okay. I'll just need to find where I have those then.
Yeah, I'll just send them again. It is a very
Good.
brief... We're gonna be in the area, probably quite soon. Don't worry, you'll know when we arrive. Just look up.
Lovely.
That general thing, with the usual pleasantries of how are you,
Oh, yeah.
how's your wife, how's your child, it's been so long, etc., etc.
That's right, that's the one it is.
You would not believe what I've been through. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I'll give you
Still
names.
send me the details, because I want to make sure I'm remembering the right one, but I think I remember who it is now.
While they're there, would Ash have any confidence that a letter to his uncle would get there?
Eventually.
Or is conceivable? Okay.
It's conceivable. It will find him eventually. But you wouldn't be surprised if it took him a month to get to it.
Yeah, okay, that's more what I meant.
Yeah.
Ash looks over and just like, hey, you gave that a thing to the Duke, right? That allows for dream spells?
Yes.
Do you think he'd let us borrow it?
I can cast a dream spell tonight, if that's what you
How
want.
many?
3.
How many people do you need to talk to with it?
Honestly, there is not that enormous of a rush. We need to get information back. We need to hear back from everybody. I can wait on quite a few of them.
Alright. In that case. Either way, I'd like to probably get in contact with my uncle. See if he can't, set us up a very teeth-gritting talk with the Arctic one.
Alright, I can get you in contact with him.
As Is there anyone else we're not remembering that would be good for this?
Well, I've already mailed the one of the swamp, who's one of the only ones we've met. I would like to dream contact the illusion glimmer in the patchwork.
Wait, hold on. I need to. I was just gonna. Okay.
What about, frick, was his name Bard? Or was he a Bard? Who's the guy in Vulaerie?
Dean?
The Dean, yes.
The Dean is dead.
I thought he was
Dead.
dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Oh!
Yeah, he died.
No, Dean's dead. We need to check if that dwarf is in the forge.
Yeah,
Oh,
last we heard he's
yeah.
still under lava.
Yeah, somebody might want to fucking fish him out!
Esther's immune to fire.
Esther's in
Asher can-
fire!
Asher can go ethereal too, but yes.
Yes.
Fire. Has to go fishing.
He could be dragged.
Fire
He
fishing?
could be like eternally.
You know
fire
why?
drowning.
How long has it been since we've interacted with this guy?
Like a month.
Like a
Same.
month.
Long time!
Anyone have like a stone stride or anything too? Just in case it's like, it's also metal.
I can make hill giant strength.
That's not what we're after, but
Yeah, but like
I have a spell that
I
could
guess
help.
we're pulling him out.
Actually, you
I
know what?
have-
Yes. Also, if it's Esther swimming through liquid stone
Mm-hmm.
or liquid metal, that stone giant strength might help.
She can use my belt too.
That too.
I
Yeah.
have stone
Guys?
shape.
Okay, guys, do you want to stop in Vulaerie before or after dealing with the dragon?
Before! I want to try
You know,
Dragon.
we've been putting it off for a little
Yeah,
too long.
I think we owe it to the guy.
Yeah,
He's still there.
he did save Esther for us.
Hey, you got any extra diamonds?
Yeah.
I think we also need to pay him back.
Oh, do we need resurrect? How long's the Dean been done?
A
A
while.
pretty good amount of time, but he wasn't just like killed. He was like torn asunder, kind of like
Okay.
assassinated, made sure he will not come back, kind of killed.
By what
Yeah.
again?
Like how bad?
They kidnapped his soul.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, fuck, who did?
You guys don't know. You just know he was assassinated. You guys never looked into it.
I forgot.
We didn't, so did I! We didn't focus on the fucking dragon!
This was months ago.
Shit, alright, well, I guess we'll
God.
stop in Vulaerie.
Okay, here's the thing.
Well, I can't
Getting the
believe
dwarf out is probably going to help us along with this.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that like an entire assassination went through like a series.
Okay, look.
Most of this was on the same day Peduncle fell.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
was like
Yeah.
a number of assassinations that all happened at the same
And that
time.
was also
A lot.
pre-recording, so we have nothing.
Nothing.
Also, real quick, if we go to Vulaerie, can we please also try to get the vestige of water? Because it's right there.
That sounds like a much larger time sink.
Yeah.
It.
Honestly, the vestige of air seems almost easier because the water one is underwater. We do not have the logistics for that pinned down. We do, however, have potential logistics for pulling a guy out of a volcano, i.e. fire
Yes.
protector.
Oh, I can turn into something strong.
And Xenia can also turn into a whale or an octopus. Or
In
any-
lava?
That's lava.
No, in water! God damn.
Different
How are
topic.
you
Talk about
gonna
the ocean,
breathe?
guys.
How are you gonna breathe?
Okay,
I've
here's the
lost
thing.
it.
We're not gonna run. Probably. I'm not gonna say never. We're probably not gonna run into any like encounters, like in the forge, like in the lava. Meanwhile, a single Xenia out in the middle of an ocean, when a kraken comes out and is guarding the vestige of water,
Welcome.
probably isn't gonna turn out well.
Well,
Whale combat.
I have
It's
a
not gonna turn
polymorph
out
wand with.
whale.
I have a polymorph
I have
wand with
potions of
7
water
charges.
breathing.
Again, this
Travis.
is a much larger undertaking than we can do in the time to also go kill the dragon.
Anyway, later.
While I deal with character stuff, you guys discuss this in the chat.
Yeah.
Fair.
Fair.
Anyway, I think that's all of the immediate
Logistic stuff.
communication Rosalind needs to take care of. Dream
Yeah.
spells are for later.
Okay.
At that point, though, Asha is going to, like, in the Uh, in the talking to people and remembering people, he's gonna go, oh, right, he's just gonna feign over to Jay, see how he's doing.
Um, Jake is what do you fan to him? Just like a
He's like, hey man,
Hello?
everything okay? How are you doing?
yeah, pretty good.
Where'd you
Can I
end
ask
up?
you, can I ask you a weird question?
Okay, you see, this is why I wanted to check in with you. What's up?
No, it's not a problem. I'm just. Can you fly? Technically,
Yeah, why?
do you know why I fell off a bridge and didn't fall?
Oh dear.
Couldn't butterfly?
How long ago?
Last night.
Son of a bitch.
Look, I know Bo used to be able to fly, but I don't have that ability.
Have you used your wings recently?
I was gonna pull them out when I fell, but I didn't have time to. I just floated there.
Hold on. I'll try something later today, but basically I found a way to better attune to the planes. I'm wondering if you're stuck to my soul with that.
Oh, probably. It's not a problem. Like, I'm not complaining at all. It'd probably saved my life.
Yeah,
but
no, it's...
I just want to make sure that that wasn't like completely out of nowhere.
eh, If it is, it's very convenient timing.
You think it's convenient timing?
To make you think that, whatever. Where'd you end up? You get where you're going fine?
Oh yeah, I'm actually kind of just roaming around right now. I see why you used to like to wander so much. I'm just in the swamps, just walking through villages, seeing what's in the area, talking to people. It's kind of nice actually.
You're keeping an eye out for shit, right?
Oh yeah, of course. And this dog is, by the way, the best thing ever. It's so cute.
I think I finally picked a name for the wolf pup, so...
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, some of the halflings decided to give this thing a name. I don't know what it translates to, but it was a kind of fun name.
I can ask Rosalind.
Yeah, if you could. And he basically sent you like a written image.
I shall, like, fade out over Rosalind, like, hey, do you know what this means?
She doesn't speak. No, wait, she's
You speak all languages.
It's an obscenity.
Written.
Yeah,
I can read all languages. I forgot for a second.
Yeah,
Yep,
which
all right. What
functions the same. It's halfling for spot.
Or
There's a sigh, and it's
Of
just
course
like,
it is.
it's halfling for spot.
it's like how Hades named. It's like Cerberus is basically Greek for spot.
That's one potential
One
explanation.
potential-
but there's
yeah,
several,
one
but
potential,
it's
yeah.
my favorite just because the flavor.
It's my favorite. Yeah, Hades named his three-headed dog Spot is hilarious.
Fair. You guys haven't met Hades in this yet, have you? Huh.
No,
Yet.
Oh, he's a thing?
Fuck
Yeah, he's a god.
yeah,
I'll meet him. Oh,
all
yeah,
the champions
Zeus.
are- Yeah,
Just playing a character who didn't want to kill all the gods because there's some gods I'd like to meet as a player.
To be fair, Hades is one of the more, strange enough, benevolent kind of gods.
Okay, we're going on Percy Jackson rules.
he gets a
They're
bad
not Percy
rap.
Jackson rules, original Greek rules.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets a bad rap for the Disney movie.
Yep. He's pretty chill.
Not
He's great in
bad.
Disney movie.
People think King of the Otherworld is Saint. No, he's just like he just does his job.
What's Cronus up to nowadays? Nah, it's fine.
He's also
Totally
not the
different
god
guy.
of death. He's the god
The
of
Underworld,
death.
yes.
Yep.
Yep.
God of death is a
Thanatos,
different god
yes.
entirely. If
What
it
do we
wasn't
say
for
to God?
Hades, the souls would all be in disorder.
Anyways,
Anyways,
so, one second, I gotta cough.
Among 7 other gods who also keep the souls in order, probably.
Yes, but he at least like
Mainly-
stores them as opposed to like sends them to hell.
mainly Hades.
Anyways,
Look, if Hades is on the
Anyways.
shit list,
Dear
I will
Lord.
like him. Done.
anyways. So, the letters are sent, and we will cut back to Esther.
oh dear. Fine.
So, you contact Lord of the Mind. He appears in front of you as he has before. Just
Oh,
kind of
I
sitting.
I just do it.
This time he's waiting for you, yeah.
Oh, yay.
He's just kind of sitting at his desk, taking notes on something. Looks up to you and says, "Hey there,
Hello.
busy.
You noticed?
I gotta keep an eye on you sometimes."
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
Well, ask away, and he kind of takes the paper and the pen, puts it to the side.
Who is 13 to you? I don't know if I can speak his name,
You probably should not.
but I figured.
They are my most devout follower, in a way. And, as all the Gith are, a distant relative of some kind.
Are we talking grandson, or are we talking distant cousin? Two very different things.
They are of a generation younger than me, yes.
Alright. Why is his influence near my daughter?
A number of reasons. It seems their influence is all around you folks. And yours to them. He kind of smiles and says, how much are you willing to give to find out information on them?
What are you willing to receive?
It depends what you're willing to sacrifice.
Depends
I
on
try
what
not
you
to make deals like this often, but from what I hear, you want answers quickly.
What do you define as a sacrifice?
Anything you're willing to offer. I'm not so frivolous as thought, though. How about this? Would you rather give me something or find something?
It depends on what you're asking me to find.
Bring me a brain of a creature corrupted by the Ix.
Oh dear.
If you can do that, I will give you one question that I will answer with complete honesty and as much detail as is required. But 13.
And what in equal measure would you ask of me to sacrifice to you?
Oh, there's a number of things that would cost equally as much, but that is up to you.
What do you believe would cost equally as much? A memory, a belonging? I suppose a belonging wouldn't really have much to you.
Depends. A sentient magic item of decent power could work. Especially one that's close to you. If I know you wouldn't want to offer it, but a vestige would work as well too. I don't expect you to offer that though.
Unfortunately, no.
I understand. I'm not doing this out of some sort of greed. There are certain cosmic rules.
Oh, I understand. I do.
But if you find me a creature and you wish to partake in this journey, you may find it easier than you think, as long as you can preserve the brain for me.
And how would I give it to you? I don't know if through meditation would be possible. Is there a ritual I would have to perform?
Of a sort. It would be difficult on your body, but it would work.
I'll do what it takes.
When you find the brain, give it to your friend with the potions. I will grant him insight on a way to turn into a drinkable liquid, which you will have to consume. It will not infect you like it did your friend, don't worry, but that is the only way I can receive it through you. It will leave you unconscious for a day or two.
Alright.
For the record, Xenia, I considered all of the nervous system, including the brain, as one item.
Fuck! Okay. No brain smoothie.
No! Brain juice. And you swear I won't be corrupted.
From that action, no. Depending on your interaction with the creature in the first place, that's another story, but from the potion. That's why it's a potion, so I can dilute its effects. That is also an option, Devin.
Well, we gotta
It's
go
the
kill
best
them
option,
all!
dude.
Alright.
Who is collecting psionic magic? I know it's a Gith. I know it's on the astral plane, and I know she's taken mine.
Smile at you and says, when you have something to give me, I will answer that question. If you want to make a sacrifice now, we can do so.
Would something of importance to me count as a sacrifice?
Of course.
Would a memory count as a sacrifice?
To some, maybe, but I have no particular need for memories. But if you have knowledge, some sort of insight I could not glean for myself, if you're willing to maybe not the memories, but if you would wish to sacrifice your connection, your muscle memory, you can call it, to your psionic abilities, with the knowledge that it means you will never recover them, I will answer a question for you. As it stands, it is possible for you to recover your psionics.
I'm sorry, what?
It's theoretically possible. But if you sacrifice me this, it will never be possible again.
How is it possible? I was told it would never be possible.
Smiles and says, "Can't answer questions that easily right now, dear. You're asking knowledge that is not given to humanoids. That requires sacrifice."
I didn't even know it was possible.
No, I imagine not. Most humanoids can't even fathom a way. In fact, there's only probably 2 creatures on any plane that could do it, myself being one.
And I'm assuming the other cannot be told to me?
I could, but it won't do you much use. The primordial mind flayer could do it. The first to ever be born, the one who is the eldest of elder brains. They can give it back to you, but I don't think that would be a reasonably possible task for one such as yourself.
And you could?
I could, yes.
How?
Well, boons of a god are a powerful thing. Granting you back something that's lost is a useful one. It would require you to do some major feat for myself, such that I could give you a gift in equal measure, similar to the Phoenix has done for you.
Like?
I'm not sure. I have not much need right now. I'm a rather peaceful god, compared to most.
If you have a need,
Many.
or you find the need, please tell me.
Sure. In the meantime, go searching for that brain.
Before, I have one thing I can give. It has a tie to, I suppose, your most devout follower. It's the mask of his chosen. I don't know how valuable it is, but it was important to me. Important to finding out how much, I suppose, he knew of our existence. And it's an important memory tied to it for me.
Question's complexity will scale with what you offer, but I can answer a small question for that, yes.
And she'll hand over the mask of the chosen. No, there were several masks. Esther took the mask of the chosen.
Yep, Purvis has one of the other ones.
Okay.
He took it for a while to examine it, how it works, but it was given back to Esther.
Alright.
You kind of reach in your pocket in your material body, and you feel it kind of just fade into stars. Well, you have a simple question you can ask me. But whatever it is, I will answer it truthfully.
How can I protect my child from your most devout follower? Is there a way to guard her from his influence? She does not belong in this, and I do not want her near this. I do not want him with me all he likes. He can follow me as all he likes, but just not her.
There are 2 simple ways, and a third obvious one. The obvious one is that you could kill him. 13, as you call them. Another is to keep their eyes on you, instead. The final, possibly most difficult for you, is to seal them away for a time. There are powerful spells which allow you to seal a creature's body away, unable to be touched in a sort of stasis for as long as needed. They don't age, they don't require anything. But as I said, it is a stasis. Other than that, 13 is powerful. There's not much else you could do to assure safety.
I just would rather him not drain my daughter.
They're not draining
She's
them.
tired.
The daughter is being drained by the simple force of the 13. Their presence on any plane echoes with people who resonate with psionics. It's one of his gifts that he got from me.
She is young, and she's not that strong. Not yet. And I would rather her not spend her days asleep, because his presence is on her.
I have given you the knowledge I can.
Is there a way to speak with him?
Probably. If their eyes are on you and you request it, I'm sure they would try to speak to you.
Does he know that I work with you?
I'm sure they have some sort of suspicion, but I have not confirmed it to them or not.
If he asks,
If they ask and they sacrifice what is required, they will get the answer. I will remind you, Esther, I take no sides in this conflict.
I know, I'm not asking you to. God's no. Again, I'm just trying to learn. I'm trying to understand. I don't want war. I don't. I don't want to watch my people die. Again. I don't want to watch the continent that I have fallen in love with die. I don't want to watch my plane die. Or the elemental
Then I suggest you do what you have been. Us gods can only do so much for your mortals. It is up to you to determine the fate of the planes, not us. Especially not me.
I have one last question.
If I can answer it, I will.
Libra told us that something had happened to 13. That he was for the sides of peace. But for some reason he seems to have switched. Did something happen? Was it just the exhaustions of seemingly dealing with a plane that didn't want to listen? Or something worse?
We'd have to sacrifice much for the answer to that question.
Ballpark estimate?
What are you offering?
This is me asking the DM.
Basically, you can offer something, and I'll give you a more or less.
Fuck, give me 1 second.
And this is the DM responding with, "I'll be creative."
Basically, you are conversing with a god of mines. Sacrificing gold isn't going to do anything. You have to be willing to offer something that is valuable to them, and it's difficult because you don't know their domain. So,
Here's a thought. You can ask if that question is of equal worth to the X-Brain thing, or if that would take more to get a ballpark of sorts.
You could also just say something that you would never intend to give up, but if he says more, then you know it's just a lost cause.
Would a part of a dragon be equal to that?
kind of dragon.
Brass.
Most likely not, depending on the piece being offered. Though if you could find me the The nervous system of an ancient black brass dragon, potentially. Have to be a very old one, though.
What about the scales of a grey dragon?
Grey dragon, you say?
I have one. I have a scale that I took and I've been holding on to.
A scale I couldn't do, but if you could bring me the skeleton, perhaps.
Alright. Suppose that's all I can ask.
Sorry, I missed the question.
I suppose that's all I can ask.
I'm here if you need me, but this is the role between a god and their, maybe not blessed, but conversational counterpart.
Please, let me know if there's anything I can do. Anything, I suppose, that I can give. I didn't know I could receive my psionics back.
Well, then
I
how
thought
about
part of me
this?
was lost forever.
If you ever reach that library you're looking for, talk to me again. Feel yourself fading out of the dream.
She wakes up. Jade still in her lap. How is Jade doing?
Still comfortable and asleep.
Working with gods is fun. Working with gods is fun.
You hear yourself kind of snort from her chair.
Oh, jeez.
You're telling me.
First is just working on potions. Y'all are just
Yep.
wilding.
Y'all are whack.
Y'all are whack.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. It's been peaceful around here lately, after I got all the people on board.
Do you know that
So?
the Lord of the Mind demands a lot?
Most gods do.
And that's why they need to go.
Get him out of here!
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Skeleton of a
Aye, light him up, Vinny.
nervous system of an ancient black brass dragon.
I'm gonna be honest, really any ancient dragon could work.
Ancient
not a white
dragon. Ancient dragon nervous system. If it's
Well-
smart.
Time to rip out more nerve. Couldn't take so long. So
You guys
excited.
know that technically the skeleton of the Great Dragon is still in the Great Forest.
Huh.
Bro,
Yeah.
is it actually?
You guys left it there, yeah!
Yeah,
It died, you guys left it there.
There's a
Wait.
very quick vein of, we need to go!
that cut
Then
out
she
very
cut off.
suddenly.
Oh, I heard it all.
There is a quick feign from Esther to the entire group at that revelation of, we need to go back.
What
What?
do we need?
We need the skeleton of the Grey Dragon.
Why?
Because I need to sacrifice it.
What?
Why?
Or
For answers on 13!
what
To
answers?
whom?
To the Lord of the Mind, who 13 apparently also worships and is his most devoted follower.
I recall
Don't
that.
fuck with gods.
Haha. No.
Yes! I need the skeleton, otherwise we don't get the answer!
I do want to study whatever's left of the body.
Oh, good. It's spreading the let's sacrifice stuff to God so they can give us stuff.
Shut up! She hasn't gotten to my point yet, Ashton.
I'm
And
not
she
getting
won't.
anything from it. I'm getting answers for our
Goodness.
cause and for our knowledge on him. We know
See?
nothing of 13.
See, Astrid doesn't have to be an avatar to get answers.
And besides, I don't feel like sacrificing anything personal. No offense, Enya.
It's not personal. I get a new body once a life.
Oh dear.
Look, I understand, Ashta, obviously you have hesitations in sacrificing things to gods, and I do too, but it's not anything personal.
I gather it's a bit
Skeleton?
more than hesitation.
It
More
is
like
skeleton of
outright
something that is
aversion.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and say you have a bit less than hesitation, considering you came on the Fanes screaming.
Fair, I just got out of conversation.
Ashton, I'm gonna make a deal with you.
No, you work
Yeah.
with them.
I'm gonna make a deal with you, Ashton.
You're like 4 times the problem. What?
Shut up! I'm gonna make a deal with you.
What is
Either
happening?
we go quickly get the skeleton of the Great Dragon, or someone has to tell me how, or show me how it feels like to die. So someone has to kill me and Grills to bury me.
No, no,
What?
no.
Why?
Yeah,
What?
that's the
Why?
deal.
Why is any of this being?
I'm curious.
I'm
Senia,
going back to my
I'm
potion
curious.
later.
why are you
Fervus
curious?
has the equivalent of like a group chat that's just a bit too chaotic. He's like, I'm just doing my fucking chemistry, man. Fucking mute for 1 hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fervus just like, you know what, guys?
Well done, Ashton.
So good.
Take inspiration from it. That's pretty good.
Eh.
That was
Unfortunately, it won't show up on recording.
Very well.
I'm running the watch. I'll be right back, guys.
So,
Yeah,
Senia,
Ashton, go for it.
I was gonna ask the DM how long it would take us to go and get that thing, because I forgot how long it took us
Oh,
to go to that.
So I'll go ahead and also say, out of character, remember when we had actual plans to go deal with the dragon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we go,
Yes.
okay,
Average
we can do
farmer effort.
one thing on the way.
This always
yeah.
happens to us.
this
Yes, I'm
constantly
gonna
happens.
say we should not do that.
Good, we had plans.
Okay,
Remember when
we will
had
save it for
plans?
later.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
One.
We don't
You know
need
what?
information. We
Okay.
don't need information on 13 to kill a dragon.
Here's an
No.
idea for scheduling that. We go and we take care of the dragon that's currently a problem. We try to see if we can fix the cleric in the lava issue. The Grey
Got
Dragon bones, if they haven't gone anywhere yet, they probably aren't going to go anywhere anytime soon. Whenever Rosalind and also Ashta have to fulfill the gotta help Samsir problem, maybe that's a jaunt for you guys just being in the area.
Yep.
Well,
Also,
I have some
we could
bad vibes for those.
we could potentially go check in on the illusionary place in the forest, Patchwork Forest.
We can't get
If
there.
we-
Yeah,
I mean, we can talk to the people who would allow us there.
Mm.
but-
with the dragon bones, I'm getting a bad vibe that weird, sketchy wizard guy already took the bones because that's where we first ran.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, right? Is we're not guaranteed they're there.
But
Like,
Not that we get to kill the wizard guy.
although honestly, I'd be more mad at Conrad than anyone because he was almost like emphatic that like, oh, it's still there.
Hmm.
yeah,
that's
but
what
Conrad
Conrad
would
does
pull
well.
that shit.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I mean. So if we get there
Oh,
and
hi.
it's not there, I'm not gonna be mad at the wizard guy, whoever took it. I'm gonna be mad at Conrad.
I am the wizard guy. What the fuck are you
Conrad
talking
is the
about?
wizard guy. That's literally Conrad's self-insert.
No, that's Rayla.
There. Alright,
What was your
fine.
self-insert?
It's very quietly
Yeah,
over the
sassing you
face.
guys and giving you guys like vaguely useful advice, but also giving you guys shit for the stupid shit you do. Yeah.
Also, you can fulfill the fantasy of like smoking weed.
Oh my god.
How dare you, sir? Also, it was like LSD.
Oh yeah, go ahead, make it better for yourself.
Yeah.
LSD is at least in tablets, and that won't fuck up his lungs.
Fine, it was kombucha, not kombucha. What's the ayahuasca?
Kombucha.
Anyhow.
So, guys,
plan.
we're going to put a pause on the Grey Dragon bones.
for now.
Fine.
We'll be in the area again sometime. We really will.
You insist.
I don't know. I'm calling Guriel right now. No, I'm joking.
In the meantime,
You are
Xenia,
not dying.
would you be
What?
able to attempt a sending spell to the cleric who is under lava?
Oh, 1 sec.
See if he's
Never mind. I'll tell you.
alive.
Never mind. I'll let you know tomorrow.
All right.
Let's stop for
Part of me wonders if, like, I'm pretty sure someone would have tried that by now.
I'm just asking about the sending so I don't attempt a dream spell, and I honestly don't know.
What are we gonna do? Let him like get a shower first before we show up there, or
What?
like why were we trying to contact him?
To
lava
find
shower.
out if he's down there still and alive.
And I feel like going and checking would be the most direct way to do that.
If he's already out and just fine, we don't necessarily need to stop in Vulaerie.
But if it was that easy to contact him, someone would have done it by now.
Maybe they haven't, they just haven't told us.
Exactly.
By the way,
have no
sorry,
reason
just to
tell
curtail
us.
the Xena thing. Xena, roll an intelligence check. Or wisdom check,
Okay.
your choice.
18.
You could literally just tell the Thane to experience Esther's memories.
Esther will not give them to you.
Where's the pizzazz?
Like, you would literally just get to feel it, be done with it, and nothing would happen to you. You just get to, like, just feel memories.
But where's the pizzazz?
Oh my god,
No!
I mean, to be fair, for one, like, you kind of experienced identity death for a bit back then. But
No pizzazz.
secondarily,
No pizzazz! You split into 4 people!
secondarily, a reminder that sometimes feign dreams can have physical effects on you, so your heart might stop for a few minutes.
Fuck yeah, I love sleep apnea.
Oh, that's not sleep apnea!
Anyways, that was to curtail that conversation. So
Thank
moving
you.
on.
Can we just go to Vulaerie and bring the guy out of lava?
Alright, let's just go to Vulaerie. Let's screw it. We just go. Please. Can we just load up and go?
Please just go
Sure.
demon fishing!
I'm just waiting for you guys to tell me you go.
We're going
Yes,
to
I
Vulaerie!
just.
Never know.
Oh my
I don't know
god,
what's
what is
going on.
happening?
Okay, so in combination of all of that and the time it takes to get to Vulaerie, you guys would have had about 3 hours of downtime. So first 3 hours to whatever potion you were doing.
Yeah.
Everyone else, you have
one
2 hours on
taste.
the island.
Fucking crying!
Is that enough time to finish potion Wondrous Haste, or do you do all 4 for that?
4. That's 4 hours.
Okay, so you need 1 more hour then.
Yeah.
Everyone else, you got 2 hours on the island. Do as you wish. Put that down to training just to keep it fast. But you guys float over to Vulaerie, which has not been graced by the presence of this castle yet.
Yeah.
And giant ballistas start aiming towards us.
Well, fine.
Not quite. But as it approaches, you get immediately feedback from the castle, basically saying, you have a few creatures flying to you, humanoids.
Give us the direction, we'll go over there.
South and down.
The direction to the nearest ledge that they would be able to land on.
Anyone want to use one of those skyrite chalks?
I can.
I mean, anyone can use them.
Esther will write on the ground, "We come in peace. We are okay. We just want to help the dude drowning in lava."
Oh my
Not
God,
that
that's
much.
a lie.
I mean, you said Esther does have the chalks on them.
Yes.
Esther has the chalk.
Also, Esther is in
writes
front
down-
of us.
We're just waiting and then going, hang on, she's writing for a very long time.
What do
Wait.
you...
Esther, why does that say why does that say lava?
You basically,
You read what you see.
The hell?
Why does that say
I'm
lava?
gonna mark off one of the chalk.
Look up into the sky. Oh,
I should
that's
look
a message.
Alright, Esther, you're off chalk duty.
What? Why? What did
Give
I
us the
do?
chalk.
No!
It's,
Wh-
very
Ashta.
direct, not very diplomatic.
you get a sending spell. It's kind of like a nasally voice that comes through and says, were you here a while ago? And talked to the dean and helped with the whole invading Genasi, invading elemental problem.
Yes, that was us, and I apologize for the skyrite. That was not proofread.
Here, you get a second sending spell. Well, I'm the new dean. Feel free to come down and converse, I suppose?
We'd be happy to, thank you. We'll be down in a moment. And Asha just feign relays that to everyone.
Oh, that's
See?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't think it was sending. There's not 25 words don't relay whether or not you can.
Rosalind
Oh
goes
my
over to the
goodness.
platform.
Let's go.
Why is that written in the sky? He Purvis says as he comes out of the alchemy lab.
Don't worry, just come over here. We're leaving.
Fervus, how would you like to
Oh.
see a university?
Sure.
Hell's a watch. Alright, so as you guys float down with Rose, she kind of snorts this, she reads the message that Esther wrote in the sky. And just gives you like a fist bump.
At least somebody thinks it's nice.
And you are dropped off at the peak of the volcano, and looking down, it looks different than last time. When you have like that moldable sand, imagine you took a funnel and just slammed that into the sand, so now it's got like a caldera shape, not in the stone, in the lava itself. That seems to be like slowly draining at the bottom. You can see the. It was Joe, yeah. I'll check. I'm pretty sure it was
No,
Joe.
I thought it was Eric.
It was
Oh,
Eric.
yeah,
right,
it was
the
Eric.
dwarf.
Oh no, I was thinking of the other asshole.
Cleric.
Yeah, that was Mike the Fallen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back when I didn't spend enough time on names.
This is understating it, but let's continue.
Hey, it works. Some people just have normal names, Ashta. Not everyone's a fucking fantasy character.
Yeah, but all the ones we
Literally everyone in this game is a fantasy character.
Oh my god.
Not fucking
Can
other.
we
They're
just
real to me.
please-
You can also see that the forge of Eric is just destroyed. Like the center basically looks like it got kicked into that hole at the bottom.
Well,
Hi,
he is.
where's the lava boy?
He's clearly not out. Otherwise, I think that would be set to rights.
Probably within the afternoon.
As you are dropped off at what accounts for basically the front entrance of the volcano. Like the university on the side of it. You're welcomed by an attendant who immediately goes to bring you up to the dean, and you enter the same dean's office you remember. New carpet, new paint, new stuff on the walls. You see what looks to be like a maybe 25-year-old looking like human with like zits on his face and just like, hello, he kind of stands up. I'm the new dean. Nice to meet you. Please sit.
I should have like taps the side of his ear. I see you got that earpiece.
Yes. It's been an interesting journey, but yes.
So, why were you chosen to be the new dean, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, everyone else is too scared because they thought they'd get assassinated too. And he smiles.
Oh.
Points to you for bravery.
Well, I've figure someone needs to do it, and I'm just a professor normally, and I can still do my professing.
So you're
Just
not
kind of run itself.
So you're not of the magical aptitude the previous one was?
No, not quite. I'm close to it, but not quite reaching it. Most of those who were normally next in line decided for some strange reason to abdicate the title for now. Can't quite imagine why. Almost like not even grins, just like his smile is almost like a slice through his face.
Yeah,
Grimace.
totally wouldn't know.
A grimace, thank you, that's the word.
Something fortune favor.
It's almost as if having your soul kidnapped isn't a lovely thing to go through.
Oh, not at all, and especially when it gets enslaved with the person who enslaved your body for years. Anyways, please sit. I'm apparently here to help out our hopefully still alive-ish friend.
We came to inquire about that. Has anyone tried to contact?
Of course, we can't contact his soul or anything, but unless he drowned in stone, we have no reason to believe he's dead. Heat can't kill him.
Also, I could bring him back to life. if
We've
he's
tried.
dead.
We've
Shit.
tried to reincarnate him. We've tried true resurrection. We've tried a lot of things, but it doesn't seem to be working. We think it might be some kind of entrapment spell, something like that.
If true resurrection's not really working, then he may not be dead.
That's what I might be thinking. But if he's not dead, he's sitting inside of something, somehow feeding and getting himself air. Obviously, can't help himself.
Yes.
If he's a cleric, he can create food and water, but
But isn't there magic that
I-
entombs people?
Theoretically, yes. We haven't been able to get down there. The heat is one thing. The actual cavern beneath is another.
What's the other?
Well, there's no air for one. He kind of looks at Esther and says, sorry, my instinct is to gesture towards the person who's got their hand up, but yes.
That's kind of what I was going for. Do you have fireproof clothes?
Yes, mostly fireproof. Magma is a whole other category, really. Yes.
Do you have magma-proof clothing?
No. We have magma-proof armor, however.
I'll wear that then, otherwise I'm going to come back new.
I mean, if you save him, I'm sure he could make you some clothes.
For the record, Esther here is a... What's the technical term of the phoenix?
Phoenixkin.
Oh. Oh. The Phoenix
What?
up north in Peduncle?
Yes, actually. The Lord of the Destruction of Flames.
Okay, I'm gonna write a whole dissertation on you later, but that's not very important for right now.
You haven't met us yet, buddy.
That is correct. Well, I met you once in passing.
Alright,
yeah.
so
One of you was at a party of some kind, but don't worry about that.
glance briefly towards Esther and try not to show it.
I forgot that this was the city that the stripping occurred in.
Fire may not be a problem for Esther at the very least, however, lack of air may be.
Yes.
Ash
And also
pulled out the bandana.
And also the pressure of what's effectively a couple tons of stone.
Do you have anything that could equalize that? Oxygen of some sort that I could carry?
We can temporarily give you some oxygen. Not sure what that cloth is, but
It aids for lack of oxygen.
I'd recommend you take that then. We have a sort of a device we're working on. It's experimental right now. We have two of them functioning right now. One that's a prototype and one's the secondary version. It's effectively an air elemental trapped inside of a bottle, which as long as you breathe in slowly, you should be okay to use.
We're gonna have to pass on that one.
We haven't figured out any other way to bring air down with it.
Can I speak with it?
Sure. Do you speak elementals? Do you speak primordial?
I do. It comes
Alright.
with the trait of being Genasi, I suppose.
Sure. We don't have one bottled right now. We usually just get one of the ones we have here. He kind of clicks his fingers together, and an air elemental just kind of floats through a vent and into the room and kind of stands next to him.
And Isol speak in primordial, just, hello, do you mind if I ask for your...
I serve the building.
Well, I'm working for the building as well. I need your assistance in going in a place that there is no air for me to...
Then I will serve you.
Let's call it a mutual partnership, shall we? If there's anything that you would
Serve.
like from me.
Freedom. Free me after this task, and I will serve you.
I will ask the Dean, and I will do my best. Because I don't believe you should be enslaved.
Ash
I
will
will
just faint over to Esther and just like, I'm here for what you're doing, but let's hold off on that until we can get everything else done.
I will serve you with or without freedom, but I do wish for freedom.
I understand. I will do my best. Does Ash just speak primordial?
Yeah.
Most of the party does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I will do my best. And Esther will kind of turn to the Dean and just... He's alright.
Oh, I
there
heard
is
him. Don't worry.
Oh, good. Then you did hear his bid for freedom, yes?
Yes, and we're willing to, if it works, we're willing to free him. If you manage to get the Dean out, or not the, my apologies. If you manage to bring our enlightened back, we will most certainly free an elemental, yes.
Then it is decided. Alright. That's good for the air. I will swim through lava.
You don't swim through lava. How strong are you?
We can
Esther's
get,
gonna look to Xenia with the belt.
or Ferris can also get you a potion for that.
The belt's a little stronger, I believe. The
I
stronger
think
she
Fergus
is,
can
the
only make him a
better.
stone giant.
Yeah. The stronger she is, the better.
Also, that's fire giant specifically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's gonna take us about just go have it back in one piece, or I'm feigning, or I'm hunting down Caius and taking his.
I mean, At least that'll make everybody else a fair fight for him.
What?
Oh, yeah. Especially when I come in with a sword.
Give it to me! Hot with the mediator fucking raised high.
Yep.
As that's going, Ash will turn back to the current team as well. Just by the way, do you have? Are you taking up all of the responsibilities of the previous team?
Slowly, but currently, yes. Not quite the title of well, of the higher bards, but for the university, I'm fulfilling the role as the dean. Yes.
Okay. And out of character, where does the dean sit in terms of stuff for like Vulaerie as a whole?
He was one of like the head advisors. He basically acknowledged as one of the smarter people around. People will go to him. He has access to a lot of resources, a lot of researchers. As a bardic arcanist, he has access to speaking to Glimmer as the other arcanists. The other, some enlightened. He's basically very well respected scholar. Kind of like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but a bit more political.
Mm.
I love that comparison.
That's really political.
I love that!
That's really political.
As in like people in politics view him
Okay.
like we do Neil deGrasse Tyson.
So, we have the belt, we have the air, sink in the lava. You say that there are caverns underneath.
Yes. How knowledgeable are you on volcanoes as geothermal structures?
I know that there are tubes in which the lava has to come out of. I know that they wind all through.
Yes. It seems like whatever force threw Eric beneath the lava, it broke one of the tunnels or something. The magma is draining outwards, and a lot of very powerful gusts of strong air is shooting up instead. Steam, mainly.
So. How far have you gotten? Have you gotten to where he's entombed?
No, we've gotten maybe 100 feet down, 200 feet down, but everyone who got that far was boiled alive by the steam. And the people who came afterwards who were fire immune, instead when they tried to enter the lava, were crushed by the pressure.
Okay.
If you have someone who
Alright.
can shape lava, magma of some kind, I would really recommend it. Strength can only help you so much when it comes to this kind of thing.
If you know the spell, I can learn it. If you have it somewhere, I can learn it.
How skilled a caster are you, and what was your discipline? Are you a wizard?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that helps things a bit, actually. We have yet to get a powerful wizard here to help. It seemed to be considered mostly a lost cause.
My soul is also that if I...
Yes, I suspect that will make it possible for you to live.
Fuck, alright.
We have a couple theories of spells that could work. How familiar are you with the ethereal plane?
Gives Ashta a look. Oh, I know of it.
One of our best theories right now is travel down to the ethereal plane. When you find whatever is left, bring yourself back to the material plane, try to survive in the magma long enough to do something about the problem, if you can. If not, go back to being ethereal and return to us. But we have been having issues producing potions of etherealness, as our usual sources are mostly run dry and collapsed by the ongoing elemental war.
Is it an issue of supplies or of workers?
Supplies. If you are able to cast high-level spells, we can teach you the spell. But,
Etherealness?
yeah, etherealness.
I know it.
Oh, I know it. Wait, do I know it? Yeah, I know it!
If you
Yeah,
have
that's a
it,
spell. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I'm dumb. I don't know what clerics know.
To be fair, there's a lot of spells.
Yeah, I know. I opened it up and I went 8th level, 7th level, 8 hours. Holy shit!
But keep in mind, to go to the material plane, you have to dismiss the spell, and to go
Mhm.
back to being ethereal, you have to cast it again.
Yeah, and it's also self.
Yes.
Hmm.
So Esther.
Yep, so basically if you can teach it to Esther.
Asher turns over and is like, "You have plane shift, right?"
Me.
No,
Xenia,
I have plain shit.
we can set something up with that.
I don't have anything for the ethereal.
We could.
Do you remember when I lost a part of my face?
Yeah.
Things were working in reverse. If maybe I'd be the one to do it, but if we could get them there, I could perhaps put Esther back to the material, but for a moment.
How long's the tuning fork thing, Conrad? How long do I
how
have to
long?
do that? Yeah, how long do I have to do it to make it tune?
It has to basically reside in almost like a ley line in that plane,
Mm-hmm. Ley
for a
line?
pretty significant amount of time.
Oh, fuck.
That being said, the dean kind of puts like a finger up, like I could provide one on loan as long as, well, really, we're willing to expend almost anything to get Eric back.
I'll use it.
If you can, just the only person who should return to the material plane if you get down there is whoever can resist flame of the most incinerating variety, and the pressure of rocks and the lack of oxygen. It's been difficult to find anyone who could do all four at the same time.
Uh-huh. So, I can cast plane shift on Esther to get her to go into the ethereal and all that stuff, but getting back, that's likely on her because it's a touch spell.
If Esther can learn that spell, and quickly, then the two of you could scout down. Esther could come out into the material, do what needs to be done, and send herself back to ethereal.
If you can teach me, I can learn it.
Yes,
I don't know how to teach a wizard.
We have the scroll. We can provide it to you. Yes.
Thank you. That's all I desire. If I
Right.
have the scroll, I can learn.
All right. It will take you a bit of time as long as you're alright with that.
That's
Question:
fine.
But
how many
I'm checking the
level
rules
spell
on.
slots you have?
How many which level?
7th level spell slots or higher.
2.
One of 7th, one of...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It would be enough to get me back.
Hopefully.
One for there. Dismiss. Material. One for back.
I
Then
think if we went together though, that would give us more wiggle room.
What?
Gosh, you're not immune to fire.
I'm not going to be there on anything
We
other
just
than
chill in the ethereal.
Question.
Basically, sorry, just to clarify for Esther. I'll get you in a second, Ariel. Basically, I think what's saying Sky is everyone plane shifts to the ethereal plane. However, you manage to get onto the material plane is up to you. Once you're on the ethereal, and then as long as you have a spell to get back to the ethereal, you're okay.
Conrad, I have
So Go ahead.
No question. So you know how fuck Chrome update. So you know how true seeing is like you can see into the ethereal plane? When you're in the ethereal plane, can you see into the material plane?
No. You can always see the
Like-
material plane when you're in the ethereal plane.
It's
I-
limited, but yeah.
So
Yeah,
if I
it's
use
limited, but you can always see the material plane.
Okay, cool.
It's
Is
like
it
a
like the
vignette.
true it's
Yeah.
true seeing but flip.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I was wondering if
And-
I needed to do that or if that was already a thing.
Nope.
No.
And sorry, Ariel, you had a question too?
Nope, it got answered by the... I didn't realize what the plane shift was for, and it was for all of us. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the rules on learning a new spell.
Yeah. It's gold and it's time.
Yep, just trying to find the amount of time.
If we use our magic, I can do it quicker. I could effectively banish Esther back to the material.
Well, what too? That'd be fun. And if she needs to banish something else, like if he's there and we need to banish him back to the material, I could do that too. Twofer.
And as long as we let go of the concentration before it's been a minute with it, they return back to the ethereal.
It will take Esther, however, 14 hours to learn the etherealness spell.
Yep.
Ouchie.
Let me look at banishment. Well, if they're not on their normal plane of existence, you're just back to your home.
No,
Wait,
you need to keep concentrating on it for that minute.
I can't read. I read it. I was reading it as you were saying it. Thank you.
How long does it learn to cast shape lava?
So Shape Lava isn't a direct spell. I'm trying to find an equivalent that may be able to work.
Shape stone?
Hold on, no, I know which one. Let me check
Earth or
Alsana's
fire.
list.
Of course.
Investiture of Stone.
Investor of Stone might work. Transmute Rock could help too. It would be one of those like upcasting checks where you might be able to make it work for magma. But that's a 5th level spell. It would take 10 hours for it to learn.
Is there... Alright, whatever is the best to learn for that purpose, then sure.
Yeah, so to learn both those spells, it would take you a full 24 hours. They'll provide the gold cost, don't worry. Yeah.
Well, are we staying here then for 24 hours and then some
I
because
suppose
there's got to
so.
be rest?
Do we want to spend that 24 hours? Like I said, we could... If we do the plane shift method, we could just attempt it right away. Even just the
Doesn't-
scout and return.
Alright. If I die crushed by magma, then that's your fault.
We'd all be going and you wouldn't be leaving the ethereal plane if it's plane shift.
Theoretically, also, you guys could just plane shift everyone but Esther.
Have a long rest? Ever?
Oh, we haven't taken a long rest since you guys fought Libra.
But
Guys,
that
I
was
don't have
this
my
morning.
spell slots.
Yeah, that was this morning.
Okay.
I don't have my spell slots.
Okay.
No, never mind then. I'd still like all of us to go together if possible.
Then we will all go together, but I would still like to learn some sort of stone or lava shaping of some kind.
Well, we have today because I need to rest before we can do anything even scout. So you can probably learn one of them, if not both.
Have about 8 hours till you would normally be sleeping right now. 'Cause it's 3 p.m., so maybe 7 hours. But yeah, you could take an extra hour, extra couple hours, get at least the transmute rock spell, so you have a chance to move magma in the worst case scenario.
Okay. Then she's gonna look at the dean and go, "Can you please escort me to where the scroll is?"
Oh, sure. Would you like a private study room as well, or would you rather use your own resources?
Private will be better, thank you.
All right. Here, and he reaches over to the bookshelf and he pulls one of the books. And part of the floor kind of produces a doorknob and a shape of a door. It's a small cubby, larger than on the inside. Has all the ink you'll need, and I'll bring the scrolls to you. Which one would you like, or both?
Just transmutation of rock, please and thank you.
All right, I will bring it to you, and the rest of you are free to use whatever services you would like at the university. I will say, if you do successfully do this, as many of you can learn spells through scrolls, we're willing to provide them. If you have a list of spells you would like, we'll see what we can do.
Oh, I have a list.
Well, once you bring back Eric, you'll have time to...
Oh, that was out of character, that was out of character!
Okay. He says, I'll go bring you the scroll for now, though. You all are free to stay inside that room as well, but the city is yours to explore. If not, it will take some time. I'm sure your wizard friend here is prone to long bouts of studying when needed.
Time we can give.
Are you sure you don't want to bring some of that study back up to the castle, Esther?
I'm alright. I don't... I'm fine.
Inside.
Insight.
Go for it.
Eight.
You guys have used insight on each other more than NPCs, by the way.
And
Yeah.
Esther has not been sleeping well for the last few days. And
Like
she
Faith.
has gotten progressively more tired and just lack of social ability.
over, is it the nightmares or?
Esther just kind of gives you a look.
Senior gives a slightly more neutral look because they don't know what looks mean.
Esther will feign over. I don't want to sleep.
Xenia's gonna just look at Fergus and feign him. Hey, can you make Esther a catnap potion?
Yes. Why?
Sleepy.
Gonna need more to go on than that.
She's.
I'm not gonna give.
You know.
I'm not gonna give my friend drugs. I work with the cops. He's a CI. Fucking.
We brought a narc on with us.
We brought a fucking.
You guys also
guard.
do know if you get the catnap
I'm
potion, the
working
long
right
rest will
now.
take less time.
Yeah.
So you would have more time to study.
Or if we get Gorilla down here and he casts Wizard Restoration, and then I don't have.
Getting a fucking catnap potion, you motherfucker, Fergus.
Esther would have asked Issa to ask Gorilla if he would like to come down and look at the university. Because A, nerd.
Oh, he'll say yes in a
and
heartbeat.
B,
He's been a couple times, but
oh,
but also
add in
you
the
would know that the catnap potion has the benefit of you would also get your spell slots back in the fight with Libra.
Purpose, if you have one, if you can spare it, I wouldn't mind a potion.
Sure, I guess. I can whip one up, and he whips one up like 10
It
minutes.
takes you
10 minutes
6
out of
seconds.
4 hours.
Oh, 10
Yeah.
minutes. Okay.
Or,
So
yeah.
you begin.
Well, 1 minute actually.
1 minute? Okay. Yeah, you make it very quickly. The dean, by the way, is just watching you do this like, oh my god,
He's very talented.
I can see that. You weren't joking. And he turns to Ashta. And Garil gets brought down, and the dean kind of nods to him as he walks in. Seems they're vaguely familiar with each other.
Fucking
But Esther, you
nerd.
can descend into the study room. The
Lovely.
scroll is brought to you. It will take 10 hours to study. Garil's kind of there mostly as moral support and to make sure you don't collapse from exhaustion. When you do take the catnap potion, it'll be a 1 hour rest, and you'll get the equivalent of a long rest.
Bless.
But
Alright.
10 minutes. Sorry. Whoops.
either way.
Yeah.
So the rest of you have 7 hours until normal long rest time. So what are you doing?
I'm going to go and attempt to fix her stupid necklace of health.
Okay.
He can just like, do you want help? Or
It'll take me 4 hours. Can you spare that?
looks at the watch they're not wearing him back and just goes, sure.
Thank you.
No problemo.
So
what are-
Conrad, what's it gonna take to fix that thing? The enchantment's there, I just need to tweak it so the little issue isn't.
Basically, it would either take like a high level remove curse,
Oh,
or it would take a enchanting check of DC 28.
Oh.
move curse? I got move curse.
How high level? Because you said you don't have spell slots, really.
I can do up to level 6.
I mean,
We could try.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. Let's
Give her
try
a whirl.
that.
Level 6, though.
Level 6, go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
Totally not cash money of you. I'm using paper red.
Guidance
Oh.
You
yourself.
also use
Yeah,
guidance.
you could have
too.
guidance. Yeah.
I
Oh,
have
no.
guidance!
Yay!
Do both.
Yeah. Do both.
I'm very tired.
It's okay.
24.
DC was 23. Alright.
Sexy. That's cash money of me.
Ah!
I'm very tired.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Mwah. He's just gonna like poke at it and fix and just go, okay. I'm gonna go to the beach.
Wait,
I
here's.
mean, by the way,
here's
as you guys
your
are doing this,
bracelet
kind of
back.
looking at it, it's like, did you just...
Yeah.
Christ, alright.
What?
Did you just... That would take like 8 to 8 hours normally. How did you just do that?
Spell.
I
Hands.
warned you.
I know you
Magic.
did. It's still impressive. We have like one person here who can do that.
Uh-huh, and now you have 2. But I'm not staying.
I mean, if you ever want a tenure, just let me know.
What? Did you say tenure?
Yeah.
I will have you know, Ken, sir, I am not smart.
I mean, by definition, I don't think you can argue that.
You kinda can't.
I'm really not smart.
Can you teach? You don't need to be smart to teach.
No.
Fuck!
I can say words, and if they stick, they...
Yeah, that's what teaching is.
Yeah. I'll let you know in like 100 years.
Oh, you'll have to let the next dean know, but sure.
I'll let the next dean know in like 100. Leave a memo for
I'll just
100 years.
hold on. He just writes you like a little note, basically. Just it's signed in magical ink, and he says, "Just give this to him or them, whatever."
Good to know. I may have a job.
Yeah, it's good job security.
It's tenure. Okay.
We also have benefits.
What? You have dental?
Health.
Truly the greatest fantasy idea of all.
Yeah, what do you mean you have dental? We have a cleric that works just on teeth.
Oh, you have a teeth. Can I meet those?
Oh my god.
Fucking teeth cleric, of course, in this campaign.
Technically, it's just necromancer who has like a really nice disposition to work with bones.
That's worse.
It's not actually. I just really wanted to say that.
I want to fucking meet him.
I would not like to meet him.
Bones.
I would like. Yeah, I'm a coward. Sorry. Everyone good. I want to go to the beach. Nikki Minjaj. I'm so
Nikki
fucking
Minaj.
tired, guys.
So what I'm learning is Ty needs to start taking naps after work.
I worked until 6. I wouldn't wake up.
Dude, I feel you.
I had 30 minutes of free time, and I used it to sell my turnip.
Dude, 20-minute naps are the best though. Anyways,
Yeah.
Shut up.
all right. So Xenia is heading to the beach.
Nikki Minjaj.
Everyone else?
Rosalind's gonna go and try to find that, the one performance cafe thing, and just
Oh, it's easy enough to find.
Just-
Yeah.
sit and watch and enjoy, and drag Ashta along, because, of course.
Where are we
Yep.
going?
As you walk in,
Don't
it's
you
exactly how you
remember?
remember it being.
Oh.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
that fucking place.
This time, I won't push you into joining in.
You didn't have the choice. I still have my etherealness. I could get out of here.
I'm
But it
just
would make her
saying.
sad.
You're not here.
Mhm.
And he just kind of like looks around. It's like, it's not as bad as I remember, though.
I suppose
There is no
I-
drow waxing poetic on stage
I
anymore.
was about to say that.
No, there's a drow on stage bleeding out with a crossbow bolt in his neck.
Yeah.
Christ. Poetry's not that bad, man. Come on. I don't even remember why you guys hate it as much. I just remember that you do.
There was something that raised the hackles.
He was stuck up, like hella stuck up.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, but like Christ. Anyways, yeah, this day seems to be more of like a cafe night, than a poetry night.
Mhm.
It seems that a lot of actually Genasi are in the area and are speaking of their homeland, but it's more like storytelling as opposed to poetry.
Is there like a server or like anything that they get?
And like I said, it's a cafe. They sit at a table. They bring you coffee. They bring you whatever pastries and cakes you'd like.
Ash just gonna incite whoever brings them something.
Oh god.
Go for it.
Oh no.
29!
Okay, so a social security number is no. No, it's just a kind of a younger half elf. Pretty, kind of edgy looking. Their hair is dyed to like a nice red color. But they serve with a smile. They bring you tea or whatever you guys order.
No nefarious looks or glances.
I mean, they're shooting a couple glances to Rosalind, but that's not theirs.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no,
no!
that's war crimes.
War crimes.
Okay, Ashley, your passive insight is 19, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where she goes, she gets these. Like, she's attractive, and you are too. Like, you guys get these all the time.
Yeah, but when he's looking for it.
I know, just letting you know. Like, it's not outright flirting, but, like, you know, the spare glance is thrown that way.
I'm watching you, buddy.
Anyhow, I guess for the purposes of anything, player intent is the Rosalind basically takes Ashta out.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a couple hours that aren't training. They're just like date. So.
God knows Ashley needs it.
Okay,
She's
throwing like
trying-
1 hour of
she's
charm
trying
resist
to
training.
she's trying to socialize him a little bit. It's like when you get a new puppy. They need to learn to be around others.
Oh my
You're
god, that's
training.
fucking brilliant. You're
We leave the AU tropes in the AU, okay?
Yeah.
This is no
Yeah.
longer AU. It is a nat.
So, that's the plan, but
What?
there's hours for training if he wants to do that. I'm sure they'll go back to the castle at some point.
Nashville will enjoy
Purvis, by the way,
the night
super
out in
doing
his...
potions. Purvis?
Yeah.
You got 7 hours. What are you doing?
I'm finishing the potion.
Okay, we're gonna make an alchemy check.
Could I get help from the dwarves? Okay, and guidance from someone.
You'll get it from dwarf.
Cool.
One of my clerics.
dwarf fucking yeets a hammer at your head.
They exist.
Not one of my better ones, but
You're doing
Same
great,
old.
sweetie.
Okay, 23. The DC is 22, so well done.
Yay!
Thank
So
God
I
for that
make
guidance.
another.
You
Yep.
don't.
And you have 6 more hours.
Make another one.
Go for it.
So we have once again 2 potions of wondrous haste. Hopefully, help, guidance, the whole shebang.
And one potion
31.
of baritone voice.
Oh, shit.
Mm,
God damn. Alright, give me
33.
34.
the...
34.
Yeah, give me just a D100 real fast. God damn.
18.
Okay, nothing fancy with it. But
Nothing
good
fancy.
potion. God damn.
Good potion.
Yeah, so you got 2 more, and you have 2 more hours left.
Work on catnap potions.
Sure. Mark down 2 more hours for that.
So, yeah. Okay, cool. How many in bunches do I make?
I asked you to keep track of that. What do you have written down?
Like 3.
Okay, hold on while I do the math again on how many you need to make.
Out of 64.
Oh, that's how many hours you have. Not how many
3
bunches.
out of 64, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you
Because
said I make them in bunches, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's
what
bunches
the-
of 4, but every 4 hours is 1 bunch. So just mark
Okay.
down 2 more on the 64.
Okay.
It equals out to basically 1 potion an hour, but only when you make it in batches of 4.
Yeah.
So. Alright, so that's Fergus, Xenia.
I'm at the beach. Thinking Josh. I got water. Well, I was gonna feel a bit better.
Yeah, you got lots of time to just kind of relax, almost for the first time in a while. And also,
Yeah.
this beach is awesome because it's actually warm water.
Xenia wants to see if, like, they'll tan, they'll put, like, a lotion or something on most of them, but then they'll see, like, what it's like for their skin to burn.
Okay.
Like, each different Vitiligo patch gets, like, a little spot that isn't lotioned
Sure.
up just to see if it's different.
Alright, so you just
And,
spent a day at the beach then?
And picking up babes.
Oh.
Okay, I was gonna say, give me a D100.
I
Good.
wanna pick up some babes.
I mean,
That's a
how do you do
73.
Explain to me how Xenia is currently outfitted to be tanning.
Xenia don't have tits, so shirt off.
Fair enough.
Shirt off. It's just their breastplate.
The metal breastplate?
They probably have like a little like their linen shirt that shows their tattoos under. But like, or like just like, no, not even. Xenia's just wearing the fucking linen shirt. Xenia doesn't care about armor right now. So
You could leave the armor with Esther. It's okay.
yeah. Just like I don't know, a nice skirt or shirt or short. That's the word. And just they're still wearing their boots of the winter. Shut up, Devin. I fucked Prince Ronier, not you.
Yeah, true.
Oh my
Can I
god.
please quote that?
We don't know time travel isn't a factor of the game yet.
Also,
Yeah.
by the way, just saying, Xenia was horny before Sabriel.
That
My
is also
only
true.
character trait was I want to fuck a gun.
That is not true.
Oh my
You saw
gosh.
me when I first met when we first met.
Ty
You know,
told me this from the
that was-
beginning.
That was Xenia's first character trait. It was not the
Mhm.
only character trait.
For a while it was.
I disagree with that.
They get some like really nice sandals going on, but like the hair's pulled back and like the big poofy ponytail, and Xenia's picking up bait.
Alright. Are you actively seeking them out or waiting for them to come to you?
A little bit both.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just a general charisma check.
Uh-oh. Oh no, can I
Cracking
guidance
one.
would I be able to guidance myself? I forget to keep
If you think you wouldn't give yourself guidance every time you go up to talk to someone, yeah, go for it. 15. Oh, I'm so glad you got above the DC. Okay. So, you start by striking out a couple times, as is
Yeah.
standard. The
That's
beach is where
always.
you go to flirt.
I'm a very shitty flirter.
Yeah, it takes some time to get into your groove. Vulaerie was kind of like a thing of like, shall we? Yeah, might as well. This is like, you have to actually work for it.
God damn it.
Yep. As the guidance kind of like keeps going, you're on like shot number 3. You kind of approach. You gotta get the confidence to go up with like a whole group of people.
So,
They look all at you. It's a bunch of elves. Mostly half elves. There's 1 or 2 wood elves. And they'll kind of look to you, all females. They look up like, hey there. And you see like a gaggle of looks up and down on you.
how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. You're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm from the north, but it's really nice to get that warmth in there.
Yeah, I can tell. You got a piece of your skin peeling off there, but
Fuck.
yeah, you peel it off, and it sounds like bark cracking.
Okay, that's the wood elf.
Smooth.
That's the wood elf part.
Yep. One of the wood elves kind of laughs and says, "Don't worry, it happens to me too."
Yep. You know, some say I am the beloved of Coralon.
Roll me a persuasion check, and yes, with guidance.
So bad at this.
Yeah.
Okay, 17.
Oh gosh.
You've
You get a
activated
couple-
Banshee.
You get a couple laughs, but then one of the wood elves kind of goes like it kind of like slaps the rest of them like, no, I think they're serious.
Xenia.
Prove it.
Xenia Towson. Nice to meet you.
Prove it, beloved of Coralon.
Xenia's gonna shift into a more masculine form.
There's like a
First,
series of jaws that drop.
and then just back to them. Hello.
And they all
You
kind
could
of
say
like they kind of give each other all a look. Go ahead and roll an insight.
you could say I'm very versatile.
Oh my god!
I've been a slut for years. When I've guidance myself.
Yes, you are constantly guiding yourself. I'm
Yeah,
imagining.
15.
You can very quickly read the look of like them all making sure everyone is having the same reaction, basically. And they all kind of like stand up and go like, "Well, beloved of Coralon, do you? What's the oldest past life you remember?"
Ooh. I believe I can remember all the way back to the primal time.
Interesting. Do you remember how the old rituals the elves used to partake in?
What rituals are you suggesting?
Roll another insight.
Yeah. I'm either about to get.
You've either
Uh-oh.
caught or oh no.
You're pretty sure they're talking about a sacrifice ritual?
It's not like the ones that got some of the elves kicked out, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure I got one elf kicked out, but
Ask for clarification.
Can you clarify a little bit? No offense, the
one
beloved.
of them just like slaps their forehead like, "We want to fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Let's go."
Wait. Well, all
In a row?
in a row.
They kind of give this like incredulous look, like, "Oh, you really don't remember the ritual?"
No,
Oh yeah, no.
I don't think primal.
We'll teach you. Don't worry.
So-
They kind of just pat you on the shoulder, and you get like a whisper from your fan that go, "We remember the ritual."
Crash course.
Oh, right, the orgies.
You basically get a link to the orgy category of elf.
No.
Oh lord.
Elf Hub.
Yes.
Stop!
Xenia's
Stop
gonna
it,
faint.
please.
Gonna like faint Esther, just like I'm about to do something very cool. You're going to be very proud.
What's happening?
Alright. She sounds tired.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you. Bye.
Curiosity. Give me a D20 luck roll for just how things go.
Like you.
God, I hate it.
No!
Oh,
Oh.
someone gets injured.
Okay, Roy.
Who has an STD and which one do you
I
get?
want to bring up, if Zia doesn't need a dick, they won't have a dick.
Well, I imagine. Don't worry.
You don't have any DM inspiration on your sheet still, do you?
I do. I'm not gonna.
Dude,
Fair.
now is the time.
If anything would earn you it back immediately.
I's gonna roll an intelligence check.
Go for it.
I mean, it's been a while since he's invoked the luck roll.
Yeah.
Those of you who know me, what's my intelligence modifier?
IRL? 12.
Yeah.
Sorry, not modifier. Score is 12.
Plus what? That's total.
Plus 1.
I'm a little bit dumb, but I'll use it.
I'd say
I-
your wisdom is like an 8, but your intelligence is definitely 12.
Oh, thank you. I am thinking. Yeah, I'll use my fucking inspiration. Why the fuck not?
Dude.
That's 5.
Okay, it's better than a
It's
1.
better. So someone does get injured, yes.
Someone does get injured.
You heal it up pretty quickly, but there's like a bad choice made. A leg is broken. A leg is repaired. You guys all move on.
Jesus!
That thing is, I don't have my breastplate.
Okay.
If you remind me, my breastplate's my magical focus.
That's fine. That magical focus is only required if you require material components.
God, that's so sexy of you. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Okay.
Yeah, a focus is not required for all spells. It just replaces material cost.
Okay, that's hot.
Does anybody contract an STI?
No, that was the one.
Oh, fuck! You get
Zine
magic
is still
cramp.
probably gonna have a
I
problem
can
within
cure
9 to 12 months.
chlamydia. Okay, cool.
Cramps.
Yeah, but
They're at the beach. Anyways, so that'll be the fate of Black Virginia. You have a great time. Otherwise,
God, I don't. Okay.
so I'm gonna say, how many of those 7 hours are you spending there?
All of them.
That is an
I-
option if you would like.
How long does it take?
It's up to you, man. I'm not gonna tell that character choice for you.
So what's this new category of training that Xenia is doing?
Dexterity. It's 2+1 in dexterity.
Pull out
Hate
training.
this.
Pull out
Give
training combat. Sleight of hand.
No.
Shut up! I'm
No.
I think that's a really good answer. I'm sorry.
keeping you alone for like 20 minutes.
Sorry, take inspiration for sleight of hand. That was good.
Oh, yay! She finally got.
God. I don't know. But like, wait one.
You can roll a d7 if you'd like.
Wait, I have an extra 4 hours.
Not
How's
the
the
answer I was
mortis
expecting,
then?
but fair.
I'll do like 3.
Because honestly, like, the more hours you have, the more like impressive it is to be like, yeah, all of them.
I'll do like 3 hours.
It's a great time. You take an hour to flirt, but you have another 4 subtracted from 11, so 7 left.
Cool.
Fondling the flounder. God damn it.
I'm doing my best. I used my inspiration for that, but I could have cured chlamydia, and that's on that.
You know, I was fully prepared to give you the elfiest kid to ever exist.
Fuck, I wanted that!
You can still do that. I'm just saying you're not gonna hear from this situation.
Huh.
No, Sammy exists, so... Can I use the rest of my hours to flirt with Sammy?
Yes. Are you like,
right off the rebound?
Are you objectively flirting, or are you like casual study date kind of flirting?
Study date flirting also because they need to have the sleepover and Xena's pillow fort, which is actually isn't a euphemism for anything.
Yeah, that was actually completely literal.
Literal.
Yeah, so you can definitely do that. She's basically spending the rest of the day. You guys haven't brought on that extra 200 yet, have you?
No, because
Okay.
that's when we
So-
open up the trader, because that's when we start making money.
Okay. In that case, she's basically spending today while you guys are at Vulaerie, talking gem trade with the people of Vulaerie. So you can take part in that, help her out. You actually bring her to the warehouse you guys defended before,
Oh,
as that is the guild of like who sells the gems in the area.
except for Esther died.
Yeah. I like to imagine Justine, because of the day they've been having, kind of walks in and goes like, "Oh yeah, Esther died there," and then just doesn't mention anything else about it.
Esther died there.
Oh,
This
there's
is-
still a stain on the floor.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
there's-
look, there's an ash mark.
Look, there's the footprints from the unseen servant that took out the last dancing.
Still one of my favorite
What
kills
was
you
his
guys
name?
have ever done.
I forget the
Is it Alfred?
I
Billy
don't know.
Bob
Maybe.
Thornton.
Alfric. No, that's bad boy.
No.
Yeah, but then you like do the often comment like, yeah, you look really pretty today. Oh, you're doing so well. I'm so.
Oh, you're going like full fuckboy elf flirting. Okay.
No, not fuckboy.
What's poppin'?
But like.
I could almost see Devin doing like the stupid chin thing as he said that.
I would not, but
I know you wouldn't, but I can imagine it.
All of you. I'm revoking my friendship card.
From who?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna get it back.
Okay.
So sad.
So
Ariel,
go ahead and give me a charisma check with advantage for flirting with Sammy.
Ariel, you never lost it. Don't worry.
You think you can fucking revoke mine? Nice try.
20 total.
She is a flustered mess by the end of it.
Aw,
Good.
cute.
I may be a whore, but I'm her whore.
At one point, she kind of just goes like, "Why are you like this today? And also, why are you peeling? Oh my god, are you shedding?"
Oh shit. Is it wood all over?
Before it was bark. This is like solid oak, like bark, like thick shit.
it's like you've been rolling around in a hamster enclosure.
It's more like you cast bark skin yourself, and the spell went a bit too literally.
Just say I've had a great day.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
And it's
Do you
better
want
that
help with
you're
the stuff
here.
on your back?
Is it like even on the spot Xenia put lotion on? 'Cause she
Yeah, it is your whole like. It looks like you're shedding.
was turning into a tree, and you're the only
Oh,
one
no.
who can help.
Okay.
Just the flirtatious
Okay.
little fucking
I'm gonna do my best to not have a panic attack, but I will peel you.
if you have a panic attack. Sorry.
Okay. And she
I could-
basically helps you peel all the bark off you.
Awesome.
If she kind of like holds it and says, I'm like 90% certain the alchemists would love to have this stuff, though."
Give it to him.
Yeah. Should I charge them? Should
Yeah.
I warn them?
No.
I mean, they're just gonna give me tree bark, though. Actually, no. Hold on. She like takes a little bark and it's like in a shape of you. And she's like, "Oh no, they'll know." Okay.
She's
Yeah,
a
that-
salesperson. She knows to give a sample and say that it might have interesting magical properties if they'd like to test it,
Yep.
and if it does, she has more.
And that's kind of
Warning.
exactly what she does when she gets up to the alchemists. They don't really have much money because you guys don't really work on much of a gold economy up yet.
Yeah, no.
Trade for goods.
Yeah, the trading for goods is kind of the only place, but they're kind of just running off of like the original investment costs you guys have made and whatever they can manage to sell potions for whenever Rosé is in the area.
Xenia barters more potassium.
Yep. Okay, you get a good amount more potassium than you would have otherwise. Not quite as much as you had, but pretty damn close.
See the ideas I have when I'm tired, guys? I turn into a whore, and that's it.
I mean, at least you got more potassium out of it.
Yeah. Thank you, Devin. I'm gonna remember that forever.
Ty will remember this.
Friendship
So-
cards.
Finally, after your date, Rosalind and Ashta, free to spend whatever time you guys would like as well. I'll leave that up to the players to decide. But
Yeah.
for the sake of expediency,
Okay.
we get to the point in the night in which most of the party is asleep, and Xenia's still with Remy. Not Remy, sorry, Sammy. And you finish off the scroll finally, Esther.
Esther does not sleep.
Gabriel kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder, like, "If I have to sleep, you do.
I am not going to sleep.
Use the catnap potion. Just, you need something. Don't pretend like you don't. You fought a Zodiac today."
Fine.
Don't worry,
Okay.
I'll do what I can to keep things calm in here, okay?
I know. They're just getting worse.
At least this one will be short. It's only gonna be an hour.
Alright. Fine.
Do you want me to hold you?
Please.
And do you see him actually pull out of the duat, basically, what looks to be basically a sofa? And he places it in the study room, and he basically settles like a bunch of... He actually takes your blanket and pillow out of the duat.
How?
I kind of figured this would happen.
How did
You-
you fit a sofa in there?
I asked Issa to help me.
Of course course he did.
It took a lot of maneuvering. I don't think the dwarves are going to be happy that I stole their sofa, but I said it was for party purposes, and they didn't argue. He kind of smiles and says, "Come on, let's get some sleep."
Alright, fine.
And he kind of wraps you in the blanket, and wraps his arm around you, and says, "By the way, Issa's taking care of Jade for the night. Apparently, her and Remy are basically taking shifts because Remy needs the help. Mahmoud's not used to things, so they're all kind of working together for now.
Alright,
I got a couple of firebirds to watch over her too."
thank you.
Don't worry, lean on me as much as you need. You are dealing with much more than just raising a child.
No, but if anything, you are probably the best dad that she could have ever asked for.
Well, that's the goal. I'm not going to settle for much less, so do what I have to.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Esther
no more.
is very happy at that.
Yep, and he smiles and kind of cocoons you in the blanket himself, and just lifts you up, and basically just wraps himself around you for the hour that you're going to rest.
Bless.
Luckily, the catnap potion has a fun side effect that you curl up like a cat when using it and sleeping.
Fun.
So you basically do so just on his torso.
Glorious.
And you rest for an hour. Assuming you still have nightmares, they are shorter than usual. The Thane have kind of superseded your request to not have nightmares. They're doing their best to keep your mind safe, as well as let you experience it, but from a distance it's safer for you. Basically, their worry is that they don't want you dipping into X levels of stress.
Yeah.
So they basically say if they're going to just protect your mind, you'll still experience the nightmares, but they're going to play a buffer between.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, that
You rest better than you have recently. But you wake up an hour later feeling fully rested, take the full effects of a long rest. I will remind the party, just for the sake of this, long-term use of these things is not sustainable. It is not good for you. But when needed, it is possible to use.
Right.
And still, it follows the same long rest rules, where you need a full 24 hours for the last one to actually do it. But this is hour 4 of everyone being asleep. Xenia would have just been asleep. If you want, you could technically begin on the other scroll.
How many hours would I have?
4 hours till everyone wakes up, but she doesn't mean you have to go right in the morning. You could at least get 4 hours done.
Are there any scrolls that take 4 hours?
Any second level scrolls, or any 4th level evocation scrolls.
I can write that.
If you'd like, we can leave that for next session, so you can get a chance to plan out, but basically you're only being given access to the etherealness right now, until you help Eric.
Okay. In that case, with those, or what about time in the morning would it be right now?
Like 2.
I'll save what she's gonna do for next session then, just for the sake of being able to discuss.
Sure. Alright.
I have a fun idea.
Rosalind, you have a dream spell.
I've got a couple. First of all, she's going to use the dream spell on Ashta so he can contact Orion. She has to concentrate on it until he's done and ends the trance, and then she'll do her own. No, wait, she doesn't have to concentrate on still. First him.
So, Ashta, you come into contact with Orion pretty quickly. You know his sleep schedule pretty well by now. He appears as he does normally, right, Mario?
Yeah.
Orion, it is.
Ashta is as the messenger in control of the dream and the appearance of things, so as long as Orion is asleep, it'll just go through. Here, I'll just click the spell.
Yeah, there's no specification of what Orion looks like, right?
No, I don't think so. I clicked the spell, but it's not coming up, so I think it's just
it'll show up eventually.
Duration is 8 hours, but it doesn't actually have to last that 8 hours. It's just until the
Yeah.
messenger goes, okay, wake up.
So, Ashta, you appear standing in front of Ryan. He looks tired, kind of like he does on like the end of a long hunt, like the day before he actually gets to whatever he's hunting. But he kind of looks around and says, "Oh, you're contacting me again? What's up?"
Again?
Yeah, sorry, forgot that wasn't really you last time.
Yeah. Wait, how recent was that?
When you went to look for the weird hybrid thing.
Yeah, okay, that's still the last one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah, okay,
What
well, first
information
of
this time?
all, well, first of all, I tracked that one down. I got a handle on him.
Okay,
He,
doing okay.
he seems okay.
Good. Knew a train to write.
Currently kind of wandering the swamps.
That's the worst place to be. It's dangerous enough area, but he takes after you and whatever that fucker is, and he'll be safe. Not much you can hurt around there, except some small halfling villages. Be a good challenge, also good experience.
And he's trying to be better.
Good.
Than the
So what
bastard.
kind of dreary ass news do you have?
You know what? I'll start with the decent shit.
Good.
We took a trip to the one of the elemental planes.
Which one?
Freaking Aaqa. So aptly named. For me.
Plane of Air?
Place of Air.
Yeah, so
Yep.
for reference, each zodiac of each plane is either base plane or a bordering plane. Aqua is the base plane for the plane of air.
Yeah. and it's
Aquarius was plane of ice, which was the bordering of ice and water. Water and air. So it's technically a plane of air. So you've been two places there.
Yep. All right. And I was like, yep, plane of air. Also, we had a brief stint into the plane of water, and I was thrown into the plane of the swamp between water and earth. Either way,
Busy, jeez.
yeah, we killed one of the zodiacs, and then we went to a court hearing for another, while the judge was a third.
She just starts laughing, like, alright, man.
And by the end of it, we're maybe nailing down peace talks.
Shit. Progress?
We need to convince the archdruids.
Yeah, makes sense. And you're looking to do old Orion to find the Arctic one, eh?
Among other things.
Well, I can get him in contact with you. Want him on that flying piece of crap you have?
Say that again? Sorry?
Do you want him to come to that flying piece of crap that you got?
Flying piece of... It's... Sure. Give
Yeah,
us
I gave you a perfectly good mobile house, and you're using a flying castle instead. Is my shit not good enough for you?
We use that all the time, too.
Oh, sorry, you have a summer home. That's a magical house. Cool.
You're a fugitive in there.
Smart.
What do you mean?
Smarmy bastard.
It is a wonderful summer house.
I thought I raised you to be more humble than that. Come on.
Wait until you hear who he's dating.
You know what? On that, he's just kind of like, so, yeah, we're another thing. That might make something a bit difficult with getting in touch with the Arctic One, but should probably let you know beforehand. We may or may not try to impersonate them to get into the Diviner's prison.
Insight check on him.
Oh no!
Oh my
I love everything about this.
No, this is bad.
My girlfriend may or may not have impersonated him to break a fugitive out
We're
of
not
jail.
gonna... You're,
No, babe.
And also, I have a girlfriend.
god.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's an important part too.
Go on, let me see the inside, Ashta.
oh, Ashton East inside. I thought you were rolling inside for
No, you're in the inside Orion.
28.
You have shocked him for the first time in this conversation.
Plot.
He's just like, what? Why?
Because we needed to break out one of the prisoners who was an underling of another Zodiac to work towards this peace stuff.
Did it work?
Nuts. We pissed the diviner off. Kind of caught
Of course
us.
you did.
But now we're in a contract with her that I don't agree with, but the others are holding to.
Sounds like you. Alright.
So if there's any shit there,
No, that's for you to deal with. I'm not handling your shit there.
I
You
just,
still want me to wipe your ass.
I'm just letting you know that you have no idea about it.
No, that's fine. If he finds out, you gotta deal with that, not me.
Nuts.
Trust me, he doesn't like me either.
Yep, no, I get that. So, is there a does he have a preferred method of getting there? I assume because you said the castle that he can just kind of fly up easily.
Yeah, he's an archer, and he'll figure out a way. It's not my problem. If I tell him to be there, it's for the sake of peace talks. He'll show up whether he's gonna actually help or not. He's gonna at least want to meet whoever's hosting this shit.
Nuts. Well, we want to get everyone on the same, roughly the same page here too.
That'll also be a good way to do it.
We don't want to walk into the court and have them infighting.
Oh, they're gonna infight no matter what you do. But at least it'll be useful.
We want to mitigate.
Good. Please, don't try to be the politician here. It's not gonna work for you.
I'm not, but I'm
Leave it to the fucking flower girl.
I'm gonna have Ash roll a wisdom save.
Go for it.
7.
Don't call her flower girl.
So on that, it's like no, that's for my girlfriend.
Oh, fucking finally. Alright.
Yeah, okay.
Trust me, I've watched you crush on every girl between the ages of... Oh, between your ages. Of, what, 6 and 16? I saw everyone you had a crush on. Don't think I don't know the look by now. Doesn't matter how many stress wrinkles you get on your face, I'll also recognize it.
Yeah, okay. But that's that. I kind of pulled the trigger on telling her dad, and now he's staying with us on the castle.
Usually you move in with the girlfriend, and maybe with the dad, not the dad move in with you two.
The
Yeah.
in-laws have moved in.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too.
Don't expect me to move in with you either.
No, you get the
Also-
fuck out of here.
You at least gonna explain what the fuck that castle is?
I guess we didn't tell you, huh?
No, I just saw you flying on a piece of shit once.
Yeah, we kind of hijacked it was previously a giant's.
Oh, good. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I've seen that
And-
one before. From the west? Sorry, east?
Yep.
You'd also no, you did not get it from the east, you got it from the north. He's referring to
Wasn't
flying castles from, like, the giant lands out east.
Oh, no, but isn't it from that group?
Oh, like 10,000 years ago?
Okay.
Basically, we did not steal it from current giant inhabitants.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, it was probably made there if I had to guess, but no, we got it a bit more north.
Shit, old relic, eh?
Nuts. Also it's full of like talking birds and a bunch of dragons, but we killed the
I don't care
dragons.
about the details.
If you ever come here, just be nice to the largest bird.
I always do. That's why the Archdude hates me, I'm actually nice to him.
I don't believe you, but if you can get him in contact with us.
Yeah, that's all, that's the important part, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'll do it. Anything else I should be aware of?
Becker said, I mean, the other half of the copy is still out there. Let me know if you find anything on him.
Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, can I make images here? Like, am I able to do that? Like, how does this shit work?
I mean, if I could probably let you if you think about it, and you just kind of.
Because I keep seeing this symbol everywhere. And you see it as the symbol that you would recognize as God of Travelers, Ophiuchus' symbol. It's like a holy symbol. It keeps showing up wherever I go. I'm going to assume that's something to do with you. You always had that weird kind of fascination with them.
Where are you seeing them?
Yeah, wherever I go, I find them on like half people I fight. Last time I went and killed a large creature who was carved into the heart. It's a lot of weird shit going on.
if I had to guess, one of the biggest players we're going up against in their not being piece is probably throwing some shit at you.
Oh, cool. Well, if it kills me, it'll be good revenge at least.
I know you can take it, old man.
Yeah, I'll deal with it.
If I have to go revenge your ass, I'm gonna
Go ahead.
revive you just to smack you.
Avenge me, don't fucking revive me. It's not worth it.
No, you deserve it if you die.
Nah, come beat me in the ethereal plane and smack me, then don't bother fucking reviving me. It's a waste of diamonds.
He tilts his head and is like, eh. Look, if they kidnap your soul, that's another thing.
If they kidnap my soul, go beat his ass till they get it back.
You don't have to tell me.
I know I don't, but remember it. I'm too old to be worried about reviving. It's not worth it.
One more thing.
Sure.
I haven't asked this in a while. You haven't heard anything about my dad, have you?
Depends on what you want to know.
Is he still around?
He's alive.
Where is he?
I'm not sure about right now, but I saw him a couple months ago.
What's he up to then? What's he doing?
Helping out the rebellion. Some kind of hunter on the Arctic ice there. They don't have much in the way of growing food, even with the druids. They gotta hunt a lot. He's helping out.
Nods. Well, we might be in talks with the rebellion at some point.
Tell me he owes some money.
I'm gonna see just how much he owes.
Oh, he doesn't actually owe me any money. I just want to make him think he does.
Not just to you.
He's child support.
Kind of struggling. Alright. Well, whatever you say, little Avenger.
Look, I only
Soft's good looking ass.
up until this point he's deprived me of getting in a fight with my dad. I've been stuck with my shitty uncle, so
Oh, that is a good point. I mean, yeah, if you want to, but he's not worth it.
we'll see.
Yeah, sure. Thought you go over that years ago.
Sketches better said. Fucking... Everyone I'm with has this bad habit of boiling up. I think they're called emotions in me.
Oh, yeah, I heard about those once.
Yeah.
Kind of an antiquated idea, but whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they
both of
suck.
them.
Alright, I'll leave you till your old man rest.
Yeah. Well, as long as you don't getting yourself killed over some sort of person who's, like, I don't know, spilled your soup or something.
I think I'm good.
Alright. Make sure that girlfriend of yours, actually, make sure you treat her right. Make sure she doesn't, Actually, no, I take that back. Make sure she absolutely changes who you are.
Tilts his head back and forth. I think I know what you mean.
Smiles, like, alright. Well, don't get her pregnant. He leaves.
Oh my god.
Ashton chooses when the dream ends.
He tries to leave.
Get out on the high note.
He's just like there with his arms crossed.
He's like, can't even give me a dramatic exit, come on.
Or have a fucking log ready, and he closes it.
So, rousing tea. Ashton wakes up.
How'd it go?
Meh. Apparently he can get into talks and send the Archdruid our way.
Good.
He's also been running into some shit with 13.
Yeah.
Oh, more serious than I assumed, given that you turned faintly pink at the end there. Is there
Topics
something
change.
embarrassing?
I told him about you and me.
Aw.
Not fully willingly, but he can have him on the list of someone who saw it coming, apparently.
Along with half the fucking population of the country.
At least on my end.
Except them.
Though I don't think I could hide it from him if I tried.
You are the last people to know.
I
Let's hear
suppose
it.
that makes sense. I did briefly think back to the whole incident, and though I was half asleep, I think I remember looking up and he was carrying me, and I think I called him by your name, or asked for you or something.
Oh, bleh.
He looks
He's old.
fair bit
Don't.
like you. There was a little bit of a resemblance, and I was extremely muddled and confused, and
You know we're not actually blood related, right?
it's surprising. Quite
I
the
guess he-
coincidence.
I guess they got lumped together as brothers for a reason. Speaking of which, I got reminded my dad's hanging around with the rebellion.
Wait, really?
That's
Is that a good thing or a bad one?
I don't know. Apparently he's doing hunting,
Hmm.
helping them stay afloat with food.
Well, if and when we find out,
And if and when we run into them, especially if we need to go get to the that other druid, the coast one.
mm-hmm.
Probably find them. If I start swinging, don't be too alarmed.
If you start swinging, do you want me to try to stop you? Talk you out of it beforehand? Anything?
I trust you more. Whatever you think.
Remains to be seen then. Regardless, I'll be there.
If you'd want to be, I'd appreciate it.
Of course. Now, I have a glimmer to briefly contact.
Good luck.
I'll be right back.
Do you want? Should you hold the scepter while you do that?
I don't think I'm going to have to do too much convincing, but perhaps. She'll just kind of lay the scepter across her knees and close her eyes, go into the dream trance, and try to contact the illusion glimmer in the patchwork forest again.
Right before she does, there's like a kiss on the forehead. It's like as the eyes close.
Alright. So, you appear in front of the glimmer. She kind of looks and says, "Oh, thank you for the pseudo-dragons, by the way. Sorry. Fairy dragons? Pseudo-dragons.
Yes, I am very glad. They've settled in well?
Oh, they love the place.
Good. It was very much up to her choice where she wanted to raise her eggs, but she seemed charmed by the idea. But there was another reason for this contact.
Oh, okay.
We're negotiating peace talks with at least some of the Zodiacs. Numerous others, but we need all of the Archdruids, plus any glimmers enlightened other people of power and influence who would like to be part of this. I wish to extend the invitation to you, should you want to accept it, but I also was hoping that you would know and be able to get in contact with the Archdruid of the forest far easier than I could.
Yeah, I'll send them your way. I'll send them to Anther, probably.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stay out of the talks.
Of
I
course.
take care of the forests. That's it. As long as the war hasn't reached here yet, I'm not really a part of the issue.
Very well. We don't have a date or a time for the talks. We just know that the flying castle that we are rehabilitating is going to serve as the neutral ground for them.
Alright. I'll have the Archdruid sent to Anther.
Thank you. We'll be back there within the coming week.
Okay.
And I think that's about all Rosalind has to say, so...
Yep.
Yeah. There's
Glimmer seems quite happy to leave it there.
There's a goodbye, a closing of the dream,
Yep.
and Rosalind's done with, like, 2 minutes after she casts the spell.
That was quick.
It was a simple message. We didn't have to spend much time on pleasantries. The Archdruid of the Forest will be in Anther, waiting. The Glimmer of Illusion does not wish to take part in the peace talks.
That's fine, we don't.
The table is going to be rather large and crowded as it is.
Yeah, we're getting enough crowd as it is. I just hope our castle doesn't fall out of the sky with all the concentrated magic going on.
I imagine we should be fine. Though I think that we shouldn't host it in the castle directly due to the crowd, but
No,
instead,
we're having it in the open.
yes, set it up some sort of large pavilion, other tent, shelter outside on the grounds. Have room, space for people to stay in temporary accommodations if they should like. We could probably erect something fairly simple. The dwarves are very handy, and I'm sure they'd love to turn their hands to that sort of craft.
Yep. Well, I guess we need a number for how many tents or what have you first.
Mm-hmm. We'll figure it out. Logistics for tomorrow. Honestly, we could probably give that concept to Sammy and Xenia. They do seem to like their spreadsheets.
Hard cut to pull! Pull! Cut back.
Dear Lord.
Well, that is a problem for another day.
Is there anything else anyone else we need to contact? I keep feeling like we're forgetting something, or I don't know.
Almost constantly. But nobody I can think of right now that I have not contacted already via letter or other means.
Around then you get a faint message from Isa.
Yep.
Hey, you still awake?
Yes.
He wants to contact you via dream if you're okay with that. So whenever you go to sleep, just be ready for that.
And then she'll mention Ashta. Isa just let me know that the Archdruid of Dreams would like to contact me, but I need to go to sleep.
Alright then.
She snuggles on down, and eventually she'll drift off.
As you do, you find yourself sitting in a very, very peaceful landscape. It's almost like floating on like pink clouds. And the Archdruid turns to face you with a smile. Same one you met before. He says, "Ah, Rosalind. You guys have been busy since I last spoke, eh?"
Quite. It's calming here.
"Yes. It's where I tend to dream myself. Seems for a conversation of peace talks, best to be in a peaceful place. So, what do you need from me to help garner peace?"
Your presence and your best efforts. And
"That I
she's
can
just
happily
going,
provide."
and she'll just explain the details of we need the Archdruids, we need anybody else who would be important or vital to it, we need political figures, and we need to know that this is going to be possible within those parameters before we set day and time. Though she would say that it's not going to be within the next 5 days, because there are other affairs to be attended to.
He nods and says, "Yeah, that makes sense. Well, from who it sounds like you've contacted, it's most people I know. I could get you to talk to the Archdruids if you really want. Except for Coast up north, he's He's kind of weird. But if I'm nearby, I can get a dream spell to him from you.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff. Smiles.
Coast, is he the one in the archipelagos?
Yeah, the one currently being taken over
Hmm.
by the rebellion. He was in the archipelagos. I think he got taken over the ice floes, if I'm not mistaken. But
Hmm.
he's usually in the archipelagos.
That would help greatly.
Shall I come by tomorrow night and do that?
I believe so. We're currently over Vulaerie.
Oh, quite the journey. You
and
helping out old Eric by chance?
We're going to make our best attempt tomorrow.
Good. They won't believe me when I say he's still alive, but he is.
Huh. That is a relief. How would you know? Do you just sense it?
Of a sort. We're old friends.
I
He's a really good sort.
I considered attempting a dream spell upon him, but I wasn't sure
That
it
won't
would
work.
Yes, of course.
I have contact with a bunch of spirits, and they tell me he's alive. Somewhere.
Well, if we can get him out, we will.
I think you guys will manage it. From what Issa tells me, you guys are quite proficient. Oh, and Issa gave me this. And you hear a voice that says, "Would you like to commingle?"
Did she?
Yeah, said it was something about something that helped the old archdruid, so it would help me too.
Rosalind will accept.
Yep. You actually, for once, don't change places, vision-wise,
Mhm.
as you are both asleep.
Mm-hmm.
He smiles, and you hear inside your mind the Thane basically say, "Yes, that is the archdruid, and you are commingled with him."
Yep. All right.
He, well, if that's all you need from me. I'm always a big proponent of peace, and if you can somehow wiggle some kind of discussion with how we treat Faye right now, I'd appreciate that too. But that's a hard bargain to ask, so maybe later.
I wouldn't mind trying to help with that.
Good. Maybe after all this is settled. Maybe after the rebellion's done too. Good lord.
Fae, elementals, all of it.
I'm hoping this will be a good step towards elemental peace.
It's a great deal.
Hopefully.
All at the same time, but still
God
worth
knows
trying.
the Genasi are the most hurt by all this.
We're going to do our best. We're going to see if we can get some Genasi at that table as well.
Good. They really deserve more of a chance to speak. Are you going to the gathering?
Yes,
I'll see you there.
very well.
I'll see if I can get the desert archdruid there too.
Also incredibly helpful, thank you.
Smiles.
We will
Well.
see you tomorrow then.
Very well. The dreams fades. Not right away though. You see him disappear, but you kind of just get a moment to enjoy the landscape. And just look through it. It is wonderfully calming. And eventually you return back to a normal sleep. So, anyone who would like to do dream training, feel free to go ahead. And does anyone else have anything they want to do while they sleep?
Oh, that wasn't meant to be an advantage.
That's okay, you still got a 25.
Nice.
Nope.
So,
I want to try to reach out to Mistra if that's possible.
Yeah, what do you
I
want?
can sleep train the potion stuff, right?
The new potion stuff, yes. And by the way, now you're high
Like
pitched.
the
It's
wondrous
fucking weird.
velocity?
You get like, yeah, the training for it, not the actual making of it.
Yeah. Sleep train to be able to use reagents and stuff.
Yeah, that you can do.
Yeah, so 8 hours?
Yeah, 8 hours. Alright, Esther, you fade into that catnap potion, and in between the nightmares, the Thane say, "This is getting intense. Did you still want to speak to Mistra?"
Please.
Alright. It'll be a good break, I think. you see yourself once more in the starry uh, folds of Mistra's cloak. The face looks down on you and says, "You're getting quite good at this contact, you know.
I'm trying my best.
Very good job."
I need to ask, is there a way to protect my daughter from 13?
Oh, quite the task. You have a lot on your mind, eh?
I don't like the concept of him being able to see where she is, what she's doing. I don't
You
mind if
see,
it's all on me.
see a constellation of stars as they kind of smile as you say that. Says, "Oh, I understand. I'm mother to many. I'm doing what I can to protect them. They are a wonderful being that I have given my favor to. But I must obey the laws of magic.
Is there
I don't
anything
know a
I
way you
can
could
do?
hide from them. And I will tell you, dear. It's them, not him.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh no, it's not, it's a good reason you'd make the mistake. But Ophiuchus is so much more than simply one.
He's multiple. They're multiple.
Of a sort. That you get for free. But no, I cannot help your daughter, my dear. I recommend you do what you can do. Well, from what I hear from your thoughts, same as the Lord of the Mind said, bring the attention to you or kill them yourself. I do like the banishment idea. Well, technically it's not a banishment, but it's a form of it. But that's powerful magic to put on someone so young. There are some necromancy spells which do a similar effect, keeps them from being looked down upon, but keeps them in stasis for shorter periods of time. But while you're trying to hide from a powerful figure, if you make it obvious that you're trying to hide something, I only imagine it would make them pursue it further.
On other matters, there's a man. He's trapped underneath lava. Eric, he's a cleric.
Very sweet man.
We're trying to help him. I know he's entombed somehow. Is it by magic?
Well, I can't exactly give you that answer, can I?
No,
I'll tell you this. You and your group, you can fix his problem. You have the abilities. Just believe in yourselves.
is there a way to withstand that much pressure?
There are many. If you have the right magic, you can make yourself invulnerable to most magic, to most damage. You've seen the, well, not directly through your eyes, but you've seen the Warlord do it. Invulnerability is possible. As for pressure, you have the strength of fire giants at your fingertips. They use magma as simple uh, flames for themselves, and while with difficulty they do chuck it around, so while it may not prevent you from an entire crushing force, your hands will have the strength to resist for a time, as long as you have the endurance to maintain that strength.
Alright.
But you are blessed by many a magic item, which improve your body. I think you'll find it, at least in the realm of possibility, how much ease I could not promise.
I just want to help him.
I know, it is your most wonderful quality. But you don't want him to be helped. He is a powerful ally. He created most of the powerful weapons of, well, of Orzer, of most of the Glimmers, the Warlord, the Archdruids. He made the breastplates. He is a wonderful asset. With him gone, there is a great weakness in the defenses of your world.
Nobody should be subjected to something like that, though. trapped underneath something that they can't even try to escape from.
It's more pleasant than you might imagine. He's not in any sort of suffering, I'll tell you that. Honestly, I'm sure if he passed away just like this, he'd be okay with it. But he holds on because he has duty to uphold.
Alright, I suppose that makes more sense. At least that's some sort of relief. Thank you for looking out for my girl.
Of course. And the mother of all magic. The creature of the weave is as much my child as she is yours.
Oh. Thank you. Is there anything that you would like?
What I would like,
Anything
dear?
that- Anything that you would need? I feel bad asking questions all the time and not seemingly doing anything in return for you.
I tend to thank you to Rosalind for me. Her wish fixed more of my weave than I had time to do so myself.
I will definitely pass that on. If that's everything then that you desire of me, I will return back to my sleep.
Farewell. I do wish the nightmares to pass you soon.
Hopefully only a few more days. Hopefully.
Good luck. And I agree with the Lord of the Mind. That library is very interesting.
Oh, I will find it.
Good. Summon another council of us three when you do. I'm sure we all have a deep interest in it.
I will. I'll make sure of it.
Good. Good night, my dear. And the starry hand reaches out and just closes your eyelids. And from which you don't return directly to your dreams. You kind of just float in the star field. The constellations visible through your eyelids. Feel Gabriel's arms around you and a second pair of hands cupping your face. And you wake up as it is the end of your rest. Only an hour long.
And I will get into shenanigans next time.
Unless anyone else has anything else they'd like to do while asleep. We'll deal with the summer party tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but next week. We'll deal with Xenia. Esther's research next week. And we will take steps towards helping Eric.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans!
I think this might be a little more substantial than shenanigans for once.
Heavy shenanigans.
We're gonna actually get something done, maybe.
Plot-related shenanigans.
Probably.
So this is a side quest I gave to you guys forever ago, and you guys went like, we'll deal with it eventually. To be fair, this is probably a much more equal level to deal with.
Uh-huh.
It's eventually now, Conrad.
Yes, and I'm quite glad for that.
Yep.
I mean, we've got time to kill.
You really
It's
don't.
fine.
You really
You
don't.
don't.
It takes us a day to kill something. We're
Yeah, this
Technically,
made
it
We need
takes
to
like
research the dragon,
2
though.
minutes.
We're not just running in there.
Yeah.
The entire cavern with the lava shit, and I'm like, that's gonna be hot. I have looked at
Yeah.
creature actually never.
This guy, please
Definitely-
keep in mind that it takes more than just a quick jaunt over somewhere to do a thing, usually.
I know
For
that.
us, definitely.
That being said, I have it built that these are side quests. They're not going to be extended things. There's technically not even a map for the caverns right now.
Mhm.
Fair
It's a skill challenge. It's not going to be a
Encounter.
here, kill this thing.
Encounter. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more of can you guys figure out a creative solution to this behemoth of a problem.
I am looking forward to it.
Yay!
But
Something of a big
next week?
chunk is of a problem. Yeah.
go
Next
ahead
week.
and end this recording then.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Good night.
Till next time.
Bye.
Till next time.